I love big titties.
Welcome to the Uneeda Horror Podcast with your host, Nick. Don't worry, guys. Christian is back in uno momento. He was actually on the shitter. You guys were right. And then when we were getting ready to go, his internet was crapping out. And I said, yo, people are waiting, so I'm going to get started. So we are getting started. He will be back any second. What's going on, everybody? How we doing? You guys know what we're here for. If you're new to my channel, I know there are thousands of you that are new to my channel. You guys might not know what the hell Uneeda is. It is a podcast that I do with my buddy Christian that we have been doing for 5 years as of this month, which is absolutely insane. Tonight is just going to be like reflecting on that, talking about some of the highs, some of the lows. We're just going to BS. We're going to do what we normally do. So for all of you guys in here, welcome. I got a generational hate watch going on right now too. Let's go Spurs. Fingers crossed that this one happens because, just generational hate watch. There's probably a lot of people right now. Also, I want to thank a lot of you guys that are in here so far. A lot of people shouting out. The channel is almost at 20,000 subs. I'm almost there. A few hundred away. It is crazy. I feel like it was just yesterday when I crossed 15. So it's kind of weird. But yeah, we'll talk about Backrooms as well. I didn't see it. Christian did. So if you guys saw Backrooms, Christian give you his thoughts. Okay. But it's really cool. Almost at 20K. I'm really excited about that. Christian just passed 50K himself, which I would say is a little bit more impressive. So make sure we give him his flowers as soon as he gets his computer worked out. He will be here any minute, guys. Like I said, don't worry. But yeah, it's been an interesting run at the channel lately. Hasn't it? It's been oh, by the way, I should let you guys know because a lot of you guys have been watching my series of videos here. I just recorded like literally right before this started my video for tomorrow, which is the 10 greatest horror villains of all time. That's right. The 10 greatest horror villains of all time. I decided I'm going for it. That's going to be tomorrow's video. I am excited. I won't be closing the gap with Christian. Let's be real. I would have to go like uber viral. Although it is funny. I want to tell you guys a little anecdotal thing that was just really funny that happened to me today. My boss came in. I never see him on Saturdays. He came in, district supervisor guy. And he's like smiling at me. I'm like, what are you doing? And he's like, tell me why I was on YouTube last night watching a video and one of your videos was suggested to me. And I was like, what? He's like, yeah, it was some like Rotten Tomatoes list thing. I was like, oh yeah, the one that went like semi-viral, I guess. That's honestly crazy. He's like, yeah, I watched it too. And I was like, oh, cool. I don't share with people at my work like what my YouTube channel is and stuff like that, just because like, I don't know. You guys already see me 5 days a week. You don't need to be watching me at home too. That's weird. Yeah. So that was cool. You just finished watching The Lost Boys. Well, hell yeah. By the way, guys, if you have a comment on my most recent video about the slashers, I don't know if you've recognized how I do this lately. I get to those like at the end of the night. So I will get to those later. I promise. If you have a comment, I will get to it. I am trying to block these things out now. Like, okay, work, upload a video. Oh, and look who it is, guys. Mr. Shitter himself. I brought him in before he was even ready. He could have been naked right there in the background. You guys wouldn't have even known. You're live, buddy. You're in stereo. Everybody can hear you. 8-track. Like, hell yeah. Beyond the grave. $6.66 super chat. That's the way to get it started. Congrats on 5 years, fellas. Super appreciate making my work commute better.
Play the intro again. I missed it. Is it long? Is it not long?
I didn't make a new one.
I'll play it anyway, just so I can see it.
You've seen it before.
I know, but I missed it.
I'm your host, your ghost host with the most, Dr.
I love big titties.
I'm not making them sit through another 20 seconds of that, Christian.
I know.
But yeah. Shout out to you, Beyond the Grave. Thank you so much for the $6.66 super chat. We're one person away from 100 in here already, guys. Make sure you get those likes up, okay? We got to throw likes on this. Help us in the algorithm.
That's
you already know how it is. Christian, what's up, man? How was your dookie?
It was good. I was saying earlier, it was absolutely pathetic that people know exactly what I was doing before the stream. But it was good. I feel refreshed and I'm ready to go.
Oh, yeah. So, Anson Meadows, I saw your super chat yesterday. I don't know why it would have disappeared. That's honestly BS. I saw you had put it in the in the chat here last night. So, first of all, thank you for that. Second, I have not seen Atrocious. Christian, have you seen a 2010 film called Atrocious?
No, I've been called that, but I haven't seen the film. And thank you for your service, because I see they're in a military outfit.
Oh, shit. Yeah, you're right. Thank you for your service. Absolutely. Hope you had a good Memorial Day. Weather was great here. How about you, Christian?
It was good. By the way, next time you send a super chat, wait till the show starts.
Yeah, I was like, I saw it. I was like, oh, hell yeah. Christian, talk for just a second. Work's calling me.
Check 1, 2. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. Am I going to watch Scary Movie 6 in the theater? I'm going to be honest with you. I am going to say something that probably not a lot of people are going to say. I literally am not that interested in it, and I'll tell you why. Because I feel like they have not been good since 2. 3 was pretty good, but 2 was like the only, if you want me to be honest with you, I think 2 was the only legitimately funny scary movie film. And I really think that this one is like,
you talking Backrooms?
No, I'm talking about Scary Movie 6. Like, I'm really not that concerned or interested in it. I really think the only one that to me that was legitimately funny was 2. So I think it's cool. I hope it doesn't hold back and they make fun of whites, blacks, Jews, Puerto Ricans. I hope they make fun of everybody. And I'm serious. I really hope they make fun of everybody. I know they had like they, them jokes in the trailer, but still, I just feel like, I don't know, like I hope it's actually legitimately funny and like mean, but I don't know if it's going to be. But my point is, I legitimately think the only funny one to me was 2. Like, I remember I saw the one with Charlie Sheen in it, and I just thought it was bad, like really bad. You know, so I really don't, I'm not that, you know, it is what it is. I'll see what people say, you know, and that's fair. The Wyans haven't been involved since 2. I kind of want Mean Chicks 2 more than Scary Movie, to be honest with you.
White Chicks.
What'd I say?
Mean Chicks.
Is that a movie?
You're mixing up Mean Girls and White Chicks.
Oh, is that Mean Girls? Yeah, White Chicks 2.
Yeah. Yeah, well, people were asking about it in the chat, so I want to give you a chance to what's up, Alexis? How you doing? Chris, see you in here. Nice to see you, Chris. Christian, what'd you think of Backrooms? For anybody that didn't watch your review, it's the greatest thing ever, right? You know, this is the most recent movie of the year, right?
I think I absolutely think it's another big winner. I think it's going to do really well. I think we're actually in a pretty good, I mean, it has been phenomenal the last month between Hokum, Obsession, and Backrooms. I did not see Passenger, but I heard that was a big pile of ass. So I'm gonna pass on that. But I thought Obsession was. I mean, I thought Backrooms was really freaking good. I did have one thing about the movie I really wanted more of, which was it's not really a spoiler or anything, but like there are absolutely camcorder moments in the film that are like found footage style. I genuinely think those were the absolute best moments of the film. I wish that the movie was 50% that. With that being said, I actually think creating a mythology out of the Backrooms was something difficult, but what they did, I really enjoyed. So I gave the I really like it, and I can't wait to watch it again. Hokum is still my favorite movie, but Backrooms is very very close. Hokum Obsession and Backrooms are, I think, three generational titles that 2026 is going to go down as better than 2025 just with those three movies alone. Like it's not even close. Those three movies wiped out 2025.
Oh yeah, Liana, thank you very much for the $49.99 super chat. Happy 5 years, fellas. When y'all going to? Is that Gymtown Laundry? I think that's what you're referencing there. I used to watch Jersey Shore in its heyday, so I got the reference there.
Yes.
Did you watch Jersey Shore, Christian?
Religiously.
Same. Okay. I had a sign. You remember in one of my old videos, I had the Jersey Shore sign. Yeah.
It was gigantic at the time, man. I mean, it was funny. Like the show was actually funny. Like I liked Mike because he was so obnoxious. And like I didn't like Vinny. I never bought into Vinny. I always thought there was something off about him.
I liked Paulie. I liked Paulie a lot.
But Paulie was kind of the creepiest, especially if you watch the show back, because he was the oldest. And like he was like 29 when the show started, messing around with them 18, 19-year-old girls, which is obviously legal. But still, it's like when you watch the show back, he plays the nicest guy, but he was actually the creepiest one, if you want to be honest. Like he was the oldest, but he didn't appear that way. You know?
He still
doesn't.
Mike.
Mike was so fucking obnoxious. I loved it.
I think Paulie D has aged the best of all of them. Like I really think he still looks the best.
He does. He looks great. And then Mike finally got his glow up. I know he went through a lot of drug abuse, and he's got himself a wife and kids. He looks like he's doing good. But yeah, man, I think that show was huge. I think everybody was watching it, whether you want to admit it or not.
Yeah, there's no shame in it. I have no shame in admitting that I watched it.
Hell no.
Liana, thank you so damn much for $49.99. Man, you're killing me. What do we got to give her? We got to give her something. We got to
give her something. I got to give her some GTL, brother.
Oh no, I got this. Let's see if Christian can still do that these days.
I was doing anything back then, dude, on camera.
Mike with the $4.99. Thank you. Happy anniversary to two of the most handsome. Wait.
How come you never say that on Planet Dirty? Are you saying Brandon's not handsome? I'm gonna tell him you said that, dude. Thank you, Mike. God bless you, brother.
Thank you, Mike. I appreciate that. It's always nice to see you in here. And
I love his profile picture. His profile picture always screams to me like, "Well, I'm listening, bitch." He has this. Like what is I love his profile picture. It makes me laugh every time I see him. Mike's cool. I like Mike.
But yeah, thank you, Mike, and thank you, Liana, and thank you, everybody. Holy shit, Christian, dude, it's been 5 years, man. This has been it's been a time.
It's been a rocky road.
We came, we saw, we conquered. I want to reminisce a little bit on it tonight, but I first want to ask you. This is a hard question right off the top here.
4 inches.
Okay. So favorite episode we've done. And that could just be like it was the most fun for you. You've said a couple over the years. You recently said like you really liked the one with Gary. I know you did really like the one with Gary, but like if you're on a desert island, you can only have one Uneeda episode.
I need a minute to think. I need to do the super chat. I need a minute to think.
Sarah, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Happy 5 years, and here's to 5 more. If we're still alive, I could see it happening. You know, we haven't pissed each other off enough in the 5 years. You know, we've had a couple dust ups, nothing crazy. So I honestly think that as long as, we're alive, we'll probably still be here 5 years from now. But as the title says, we're old, but we're not folded yet. And don't let anybody say we're folded. Buddy, no way. But thank you. Thank you so much, Sarah. I appreciate that. I saw that you also did a super thanks on my video, which is a new thing, Christian. Like, I know you're probably aware of it too. It's really weird. You'll get like a notification that's like someone sent you a super thanks, and it's like a comment on a video with a tip on it. And I'm like, oh shit. Stefan, we did a Black Christmas 2019 watch along, buddy. Yeah. Go back through our archives. We unfortunately did that. Yeah. Zach says the best episode was where we watched our old videos.
I really think that's mine.
The funny thing about that episode, Zach, and Christian and I talked about this for weeks afterward, it bombed. Nobody watched it. We waited so long to have that thing get to 1,000 views. Like,
yeah, that's true. But it was so funny. I mean, that was funny because it was like the way we like did videos back in the day was really not really crazy. But that was the wild west of YouTube, man. It was just you just pointed the camera and stacked it on a bunch of DVDs or whatever and just let it rip and no edits, dude. You just go like it was, there was no algorithm. Like you just literally would just upload shit, and it was a good time. That episode was funny. I mean, the interviews and stuff we've done have been cool, but if anything, sometimes they're a little bit more stressful than enjoyable, just because you want to make sure you try to do a good job.
Yeah,
but I think some of the commentaries were funny. Like C to Chucky was funny, and we were on a generational run with like the Halloween 5 was just hysterical because it was just a piss fest for 2.5 hours, which is so funny. But that's how I felt, man. It's just, I don't know. It's like for some reason, like I was on this trip about like I'm just so sick of people shitting on this movie when I know that like it's not really that bad. So shut the fuck up. That's how I felt.
It's not even bad, man. I'll take that to my grave. But no, I was actually, when we look back on our episodes, at least for me, hell yeah, I just hit a bet. And I'm tracking the NBA game right here on my phone. I needed Case and Wallace to score one more bucket. He just did. Let's go. So like the one I look back on that I had the most fun with was Halloween 5. And the reason why, Christian, it's not just because I love Halloween 5, of course. It is because I didn't think that you were going to be so game on that episode. And you really, really were. Like you were like, I felt like it was going to be you laughing at a lot of the things I was saying. And in reality, you were probably more effusive in your defense of it than I was. Like that was where that quote came from in that episode where if you don't like Halloween 5, go fuck yourself. Like, and I was like, holy shit, I did not expect that coming. So, yeah.
And there was this like boomer in the chat. He would not stop commenting on that video. Every 2 minutes I said something or you said something that pissed him off. And so he had to speak his mind. And I would be like, LOL, shut up. In my reply. But like usually I was having fun with him because typically, it's like I'm gonna let people say what they want to say. But that guy, like, it was so funny how every 2 minutes something rubbed him the wrong way and he would comment and then he'd comment. I think he's the one that pushed it because YouTube was like, look at all the engagement on this.
Yeah.
So that was a fun one. That was definitely a fun one.
Crystal Lake Memories with Piz was probably some of the funnier episodes because Piz, man, people don't realize this until you like get Piz out of his like professional YouTube element. Dude, that guy is a jokester, man. Like he's not serious at all. And he's just really, really fun when you kind of get him unwound a little bit. Odin is a wanker says, my wife just done a fart that sounded like the music from the A-Team.
Don't do your wife like that, brother. Don't do your wife like that.
But Halloween 5, man, that was probably the most fun one. Now, I mean, the flip side of that,
What's the worst
the
episode?
worst episode for you, like that, where you were genuinely just like, I can't wait for this to be over. I mean, it's got to be Seed, right?
No, probably Hobgoblins. I mean, it's just so shitty. Like, you know, the money was okay, but the reality is, dude,
Shout out
like,
Zach. Shout out Zach. That's Zach right there. He's
Is
the
that
one that
him?
paid. He's the one that paid for it. Yeah.
yeah, my favorite. Let's be real. My favorite memory is when Sean Clark went on a rant about Piz and made fun of his weight, and then we've gotten a bunch of trouble. If you want me to be honest with you, that's my favorite memory.
That's my least favorite memory.
Yeah, that was a shit show, and it's thankfully everything's fine now. And I actually ran into Sean at Texas Frightmare, and it was so funny because like I'm not jaded to think I'm somebody, and I saw him at the show, and he kind of looked at him, and I walked up to him. I was like, Sean, you probably don't know him. He's like, Christian, come here, dude. Yes, I know who you are. And so we talked. He was really nice. I think Sean is a little misunderstood. I think he's kind of on. I feel like Sean is like 10% on defense, like every day, because I'm sure he just deals with a lot of idiots, but he has to deal with so much shit every day. But I think he's actually really nice, you know, and he's stressed out, and he was dealing with that convention 24 hours a day, and he probably just. I don't want to relitigate that whole thing because he's good with Piz. They're actually friendly and they're cool, but it was stressful for a few days.
Yeah, no. I don't want to hear shit. Okay, guys. That was the first episode that premiered on my channel. The first one. And we did it live, I think. And then the next morning I woke up, it was already over 1,000 views. And I was like, oh, what the fuck happened? And it was like a shitstorm for me because I love Piz. I've watched Piz for over a decade. And I was like, no. I feel like some of this shit's getting taken out of context. And like, I was like, Christian was like, dude, the person I feel the most bad for in this entire situation is you, because this was the first episode on your channel. And of course, some shit had to happen.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, that sucked, man. I love Sean to death. Like that guy is awesome. And obviously, like you said, bygones are bygones. Everything was squared away.
They're good. That's why
cool.
That's the only reason I even brought it up, because if they weren't, I would act like it never happened. But they're cool. They're legitimately okay. Yeah. So it's all water under the bridge.
Yeah, but
that's Sean, man. Sean he'll say whatever he wants, dude.
No filter at all. I got a couple super chats. CR422 gives $4.99, says, thank you for 5 years. I listened to the podcast at work and you've helped me through so many shifts. Hell yeah, bro. Now,
God bless you. Thank you.
Yeah, make sure you guys, because you guys are always telling me in the comments, make sure you guys let Christian know he needs to upload them to Spotify. Here's your chance. Allie, thank you for the $4.99. Congrats on 5 years, guys. Here's to many more years and laughs never change. Well, we're not going to change aside from getting a little more folded. But, you know, I'm still trying to get Christian back in the golden age of Uneeda, where he was just like unhinged and would like punch his computer chair and stuff. Well, we got to have an episode like that this year. I got to think of something good that's really going to get him going. Like, you know, so we'll do that.
You can get me fired up. If somebody asks a question that'll get me fired up tonight, I'll fucking.
Well, it sounds like you just woke up. Did you like just wake up?
I was napping, but I mean, I woke up about 45 minutes ago.
Okay. And then Robin.
I had ice cream cake and it fucked me up.
Robin, thank you for the $10 super chat. Congrats, guys. Thanks for all you do. I asked this on the last Wham stream, so I'll ask you. If JLC was game for it, would you rather have H2O have 4 to 6 be canon, or is it better just branching off of H2? So
what the fuck? I got a question, Robin, and I'm not asking in a mean way. What the fuck does Jamie Lee Curtis' opinion have to do with my answer for this, regardless? I'm just wondering what like hey,
well,
Jamie, what is he asking?
I think he's asking in hindsight because, like, are you asking more in hindsight, Robin? Like, if at the time it had been okay, like, and they had gone and done it, or because it was largely Jamie's idea to when she was going to come back to like, hey, let's just kind of write everything out. And
he's asking, should Jamie, when she came back to do Halloween, should she have said we're gonna go from 6, like include
I would personally the I don't know, the continuity nut in me would of course, because I love the Thorn trilogy. It's like my favorite.
But here's the thing. If Jamie Lee Curtis would have actually sat down and watched those movies, she would have said, "What the fuck? No, we're going back to 2." So that's the answer. That's the answer. She's gonna say, "What the fuck?"
All right, but then screw that. Would you have wanted it though? Find a way to make a sequel to Curse.
No. I think Curse legitimately is the bookend, and more in metaphorically, and in I think 6 is the bookend. Not only like, yeah, sure, you could go off of that, but there's so much symbolism in that film, not only in the way it ends that timeline, but also in culture. That movie is literally the absolute last chapter of vintage 80s styles horror. So going after that, no, that's such a beautiful bookend of that era of horror. That is the last 80s horror film ever made. It really is. I know it's 95, but I think people understand what I'm saying.
We've talked about that. Yeah, it just has that look and feel. Like that was
it's the last 80s horror film. It really is. So no, I would keep it the way it was.
Thank you,
really
Robin.
keep it the way it was.
Crimson Black $9.99 finally caught alive. Love y'all. You're both killing it as always. You guys both get me through the night at work most shifts. It's appreciated during a long shift. Much love. Hey, look, man, I know how it is. I listen to podcasts all the time at work and film scores. Just a nice little throwback there for Christian to laugh. I actually haven't. No, that's not true. I listened to Obsession score today at work. So, yeah, Christian can laugh all he wants, but that makes me feel good because as somebody that listens to podcasts at work, to know that there's people that are like, oh shit, Uneeda is going to help me get through my shift. I'm
that's
like,
cool.
That's
really
crazy.
Cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. So thank you, man. And thank you for the super chat. And then got to get Marks, man. The OG, $10 here. Congrats on 5 years, my dudes. Brandon already answered this, so I'll ask you two. What are 5 songs to get you going when everything falls apart? Now, what are we talking getting us going?
When everything falls apart. I feel like that was a joke thing that I remember that expression, but I can't remember if it was like sincere. Whoever asked that, I need the context of that again because of Slip said.
I mean, I think he's legitimately asking. He threw $10 behind it. So like,
I know, but there's, I swear, I remember that. I remember dying laughing reading that before. Like it was so fucking egregious. Like when everything's falling apart. If everything's falling apart, brother, I mean, I'm doing last rites, to be honest with you. I'll go first. 5 songs when everything's falling apart. Number 1 is absolutely "Hey Stupid," Alice Cooper, because it's about anti-suicide, and that's legit. I'm also gonna say "Eyes Without a Face," Billy Idol. It's one of the most incredible songs. It sounds like you're floating in space listening to it. I gotta go punk rock. I'm gonna go "Descending Angel," Misfits from Famous Monsters. I'm also gonna say I gotta throw in "Shooting Shark," Blue Oyster Cult. Again, another song that sounds like you're floating in space. One of my favorite bass lines of all time. And number 5, when I need to be uplifted, it's absolutely "No Easy Way Out," Robert Tepper. Rocky 4 soundtrack, because it'll get me motivated, get me up when I need to finish that last lap on my run and my legs are heavy, I'm tired. Absolutely, Robert Tepper, "No Easy Way Out." Yeah, please look up the lyrics to "Hey Stupid." It's literally about anti-suicide. It's Alice is my hero, Robin. That's no joke. That's my hero.
For me, I'm starting off with "Crawling" by Linkin Park. Then I'm probably going to "MIA" by Avenged Sevenfold. I'm going to throw it back to some Metallica. if things are falling apart, Christian's gonna hate this. I'm going to Saint Anger, brother. You know, I'm listening. I'm listening to the title track, Stanger. I don't like that song. I don't like that song. Okay. But Saint Anger's a good song. Saint Anger, the song, is a really good song. It's a really good song to listen to when you're pissed. Like it just really is, because you just want to break shit.
Doesn't the bass player go, you flush it out?
Yeah. I
just think of toilets every time.
Oh, dude, it's so awesome. Anyway,
you flush it out. Flush it out.
Fuck off.
Dude, let me tell you, I'm not even kidding. When my uncle bought that CD, biggest Metallica fan since day one, he bought the CD, went home, came to my house. It was a Tuesday. It was new CD day. Put it in. The look on the color ran out of his face listening to it. It ran out of his face. It is a shitty album. It's the one time Metallica tried to make a Seven Dust record. They tried to chase a trend. It doesn't work. It's garbage. It is a shitty record. I love you, but that is a piece of shit. It is. Okay, and everybody in the chat knows I'm right. Okay, it's a piece of shit.
Let's stop. It's not a great album, but there are great songs on it. I think Saint Anger is a good song. I think Some Kind of Monster is a great song. That bass line in Some Kind of Monster is fucking killer.
He quit the fucking band.
I'm just saying, like that. Like there are a couple songs on an album, but there's some really bad ones. Purify, Invisible Kid, Frantic. Like those songs suck.
No, you're right. There are good songs, but it's just so insane that Bob Rock is the same producer on that as the Black Album. Like that's the greatest drop off. Like he should be getting out of jail now for that mix.
Anyway,
like, he should just be getting out of jail now. Anyway, finish.
So two more songs. Believe it or not, I gotta go to honestly, House of a Thousand Corpses by Rob Zombie. It's one of my favorite Rob Zombie songs. It might be my favorite Rob Zombie song. It is, dude. That song fucking rules, bro.
No, dude, it's like Mama's dead. No, and he put on House of a Thousand.
No. You said falling apart. I'm thinking like angry. I'm thinking angry. I'm not thinking sad.
I thought falling apart. Mama's dead. No.
I'm thinking angry.
This is a house. Come on in.
Anyway.
This is a house.
Well, if you're talking sad, then we're in totally different stratospheres here. Sad would be totally different. But and then Break Stuff by Limp Bizkit. Like, gotta be Break Stuff by Limp Bizkit, because I remember as a teenager, dude, I would literally go in my garage and break stuff, listening to Break Stuff. Like that. So I would, okay, but if we're talking sad, oh, buddy, Nothing Else Matters for sure. Oh God, I'm trying to think of a sad. One More Light by Linkin Park, dude. That song can make me fucking well up like a baby. But I don't like that.
I miss Chester, dude. That was a generational voice. They have a concert. It's like live from live Texas. It's like 2003. It's like such a great concert.
Oh yeah, no, he was fantastic, bro. But
such power.
I don't know. So I was going more angry. He was going more for like the world's falling apart. I was just like, I'm pissed off and I want to break shit. Like
that's just where my head went.
Spy on YouTube. Yeah, Fade to Black. Fade to Black might actually be my favorite Metallica song of all time. I'm gonna be totally honest with you. Fade to Black. Yeah, dude. I don't know. That might be my favorite Metallica song. I think it might be. What's your favorite?
My favorite Metallica song is probably
Purify or Frantic.
I like Until It Sleeps. That's a really good song. I love that song because as a bass player, you know, you get to hear Jason actually have like his own stuff going on in that. And
so I gotta imagine you're a fan of Anesthesia then.
Yes. I like, and dude, listen, I actually when they did that, I think it was last year, they had like a deluxe release of Load Reload or whatever it was. I know the songs better than the records, but like they showed all kinds of promotional images and stuff for that record that hadn't been released before, where they're dressed like they look gay. and there's nothing wrong with it. But they dress. You know what I'm talking about? You seen those pictures where
Oh,
they
yeah.
got, and I was just like, holy shit! It's
Well, it's
incredible.
funny you mention that because I was watching an episode of South Park the other
They
night.
look like Adam Lambert, and like they like a bunch of Adam Lamberts. It's
There was an episode of South Park from the early 2000s. And I'm sure you remember it. The metrosexual episode where like all the men in town and the boys are like, we're metrosexual. Cause like that was a fad, dude. That was a fad like in the late 90s, early 2000s, where it was like, we're more feminine, like we're straight, but we're more. So yeah, Metallica did that. Everybody was doing that. It was weird. Like it was weird because like it came and went, man. Like but it was the thing. I remember it. But
great record though.
It is. Jeff wants to know what are your thoughts on Dr. Sleep compared to The Shining? Look there. I literally. I'll show you. I'll show you Christian's thoughts on Dr. Sleep compared to The Shining. Right here. My name is Nick from the Lost River Drive-In, and I probably ruffled some feathers this evening with this comment I just made. But let me just double down. According to Stephen King himself, I'm going to just reiterate what he had to say. Dr. Sleep is superior to The Shining.
Bullshit. Bullshit.
Sorry.
That was a good episode.
There's Christian's thoughts on that. I'm not going to speak for Christian. He said it over, and I'll obviously let him elaborate. He likes Dr. Sleep, but his exact words to me were, look, Dr. Sleep's a great movie. I like it too, but you're fucking high if you think it's better than Shining.
I just think you're trying to have an interesting opinion.
Shut the... I said that right after I saw it. You are tripping balls. I have maintained this since day one. No. That's cap. And I'll give my reasons. I've given, like, come on.
I think the chat's going to agree with me. The chat's that. So your audience is growing and you have more people that aren't just going to kiss your ass in the chat now.
No, actually, I've gotten a lot of people recently. I got three comments this last week, Christian. 3 different people telling me I sound like Casey Kasem. And I was like, that's actually a compliment. I take, like, they said it's a good thing.
Who is that? I know the name. Is that a news anchor?
America's Top 40 from the 80s. Casey Kasem.
They said you sound like Casey Kasem
in my videos. Yeah,
dude. Yeah, you got to stop making bot accounts and commenting. That's ridiculous.
Shut up, bro. But look. All I'm saying is, if you know my channel and you know me, and Christian knows this too, he knows I'm not trying to be different with that opinion.
I'm trolling.
I genuinely do like it more. Can I? Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, Christian, was that correct that you would say great movie, but doesn't touch The Shining?
I wouldn't even say doesn't touch. I think it's a good movie, especially for stuff being made of Stephen King's works today. But The Shining will be remembered in 300 years. Dr. Sleep will not.
Well, yeah, it flopped because freaking Joker, bro. I'm still pissed off they released it literally right next to Joker.
Yeah, but The Shining didn't even do that good. It got destroyed by Friday the 13th. But The Shining only builds an audience every single day. It's one of those movies that literally gains fans. There's more fans today than there were yesterday of The Shining. That's what I'm getting at. It will be remembered. I don't know. I genuinely don't think that Dr. Sleep is going to do that. Flanagan does not suck. I will push back on that, Matt.
No. Matt's saying Flanagan fucks.
Oh, I thought you said I got my glasses on.
Yeah. Mike with a $9.99 super chat. Congrats on 5 years. My favorite Uneeda episode was the deep dive on Rob's H2 and the White Horse. He defined it in the first 5 fucking seconds.
So I was really triggered because I was on Region Free like a few weeks before, and everybody started talking shit about Rob Zombie, which thank God I feel like we're past that a little bit. And I'm just like, really? Like, we're gonna shit on Rob Zombie again? And it's like, they're like, well, he just was like doing shit because he thought he can get away with it. Like, what the fuck is the White Horse? And I'm like, what the fuck does phantasm mean? Exactly. That's why he had to define the goddamn word in the beginning of phantasm. Nobody knows what the fuck a phantasm is. Like, what is a phantasm? Sounds like, is it a bunch of people, like a bunch of fans having an orgasm? Like, what the fuck is it? He defines the White Horse in the beginning of the film. He literally, it's the same thing. So yeah, fuck off.
I happen to agree with Christian, guys. You know that. That really pissed me off too. I don't mind the White Horse. I've never minded the White Horse. It's Ghost Mom that I have a problem with. And thank you, Mike, for the
Talk
super.
about Scream 3?
No, that's the best Ghost Mom. And then Anson with another super chat, $4.99 Times of Grace album. Hymn of a Broken Man. Highly recommend the entire album. I'm assuming that's in reference to what you listen to when everything's falling apart. Hell yeah. Well, is that sad or angry? Okay, because
I'll have to go
Kristen and
look that up. I don't know what that is.
I was gonna say we were in totally different stratospheres. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like the Rob Zombie hate's weird.
Ghost
Like,
Dad was Bill Cosby. Sorry.
but like it's kind of weird. Like I'm not trying to say that like everybody needs to be a fan of his, but like they will find anything to talk shit about Rob Zombie. Like they really will. Like if they just don't like the dude, so they'll find anything.
It's whenever he has something going on, he becomes a top. Like people were so shitty to him during the Munsters days, and like look, Munsters was the first time I genuinely think his nepotism with his wife really was like she wasn't good in the movie. She should have been the flat one and let everybody around her be animated, and the movie would have been perfect, in my opinion, close to perfect. I really think so. But that was the first time. But before that, before the movies come out, people were just shitting on him, and I genuinely think he's done. And I probably would be too, because there was so much bullshit. People were spreading rumors about him getting like 60 million bucks doing that movie. It was just like, God, dude, like you guys are idiots. Like, just shut the fuck up. Like, God damn.
Yeah.
Like, it was annoying. It was annoying as fuck. Anyway.
Dude, we got a comment, and I've gotten this comment so many times, and I've said it is my favorite comment to get on YouTube when people Spy on YouTube said, like, I used to hate H2, but you guys made me look at it differently, and now I appreciate it. It's my favorite comment I get because Christian knows we were in the trenches in 2009. I mean, it was me, Christian, and like 5 other people in America that were like, dude, this movie kind of ruled. And like everybody else, Facebook, forums, you name it. Everybody's like, this was a piece of shit. Like, what are you talking about? This is easily the lowest point in the franchise. And I'm like, no, man, like I thought this was actually really good. And like, yes, you are right when you say, Stefan said that Blumhouse's trilogy made people look at it differently. And that's absolutely true. But I don't think it should have needed to come to that. Like, I actually think H2 is like, I think that is like an objectively good movie. I really do.
Somebody said this, and it's like I knew this, but it never really clicked to me. Halloween 2 is one of the only times of all those remakes where we actually got like a legitimately new sequel that wasn't retread. Like, that's crazy. That never really happens.
Yeah.
So that like
even the continuation you got of TCM was a prequel. You got the beginning.
That's what I'm saying. And it's like I still don't think that H2 has hit its apex. I really don't. I seriously think there will be a day within the next 10 years that H2 will genuinely hit its apex. I'm serious. So,
yeah, I agree. But it makes you wonder if it's going to have something similar to Halloween 3, which I know pissed you off, and it pissed me off too, because like everybody jumped on that train. And we've talked about that. We talk about this like every episode, like people are buying shirts that say like Halloween 3 is a good movie. And like everybody jumped on that train. And it's just crazy to me because like I always liked that movie, and it kind of pissed me off that everybody's like, no, this is actually really good. Like, yeah, no shit. We were trying to tell you that. So like part of me feels like I'm going to be that old fogey in 10 years. If a lot of people like Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, where I'm like, no, you don't get to say that. You're not allowed.
I think
like,
those
will people buy shirts that say Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 is a good movie?
I think those people out themselves. People, they know it when they see it. They out themselves when they say silly shit like that. All I know is Tommy Lee Wallace's line never went out when he was on Sunday. I had to wait in line for him, and everybody had their masks. Tommy was rocking a silver shamrock hat. Yeah, these are people that have been fans of this movie for years. So
Yeah. By the way, I did just see that. That's why I put my fists up. The Thunder lost. I'm sorry, Sean Clark, but I'm not sorry. Everyone in America was rooting against those flopping bums.
yeah.
So hell yeah. Blu-ray Addict. This is a good question for Christian. Do you
Okay.
think that Long Legs 2 will be good? And Ken called you a yellow-bellied liar.
I seriously doubt that. But what was the question again? I'm sorry.
Do you think Long Legs 2 will be good?
They're doing Long Legs too?
Yeah, buddy.
No, there's no way because Nick Cage said he wasn't doing that. Did he change his mind?
Yeah, Nick Cage is coming back. I believe Micah Monroe's coming back, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe she's not. Maybe it's a prequel. I can't remember. But it's yeah, he's coming back.
No, I don't. I really don't. I think all the mystique and magic is gone. I genuinely think this is a big mistake. I'm serious. I genuinely think it's a big mistake. I don't want it. I'm not interested in it. I'll have to watch it just because I don't want it to happen. So I'm gonna hate watch it, but I'm not even kidding. Horrible mistake. The only time you should do sequels is when you get tricked into watching mediocre films from Paramount, and then you say, "Well, what if that was a better movie?" And then they make Smile too.
Didn't Paramount? I think Paramount now has the rights to Long Legs, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it is
not.
Paramount.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't want this to happen. It's a
It's
mistake.
I believe it is a prequel, guys. I'm pretty sure because Nick Cage was confirmed to be coming back, and he obviously died in Long Legs. So I'm like 100% sure it's a prequel.
Damn it! God damn it!
But yeah, I mean, we'll see. I'm not gonna like say it's gonna be ass, but I don't think it's gonna touch that first movie. And I know there's a lot of people that thought that Long Legs was overrated. I mean, we're seeing it in the chat. What's up, Seth? And by the way, what's up, Daniel?
Who the fuck thinks long? Huh? I thought it was going to be a pre. Oh,
Are you asking who thought it was overrated?
yeah. Who thought it was overrated?
A lot of people.
Yeah.
A lot of people. There were people in the chat that were like, I didn't think it was that good. Like, yeah, there was a lot of people that didn't really care for it.
Who gives a fuck what you think?
A lot of people's issues, at least from what I've seen, is they felt like the third act, like reveal, didn't really make a lot of sense. And a lot of people thought that Nick Cage was way too over the top.
First of all, imagine saying out loud Nick Cage was too over the top. Number one.
I wouldn't say it.
And number two, Brandon had the same stick up his ass about that. He's like, it was great until they had the supernatural stuff. I'm like, dude, do you not put seasoning on your food? What's wrong with a little bit of spice, dude? Shut the fuck up. Like, seriously, no, I love the supernatural stuff at the end. I think it upped the ante, and I think the mystique of that is what's great. The problem is now they're going to explain it. That's my opinion. I'm sticking to it.
Yeah. Oh, they're definitely going to explain it. 100%.
I like it, dude. I love it when there's like, if there's elements at the end that you see and it's like, oh shit. I mean, there's still stuff about that movie I question. Like somebody did like a thing. They're like, there was there's a moment in Long Legs where you see Nick. I still can't believe people thought Nick Cage too over the top. Get the fuck out of here. But like, there's a moment where, like, seriously, people said that out loud. Nick Cage.
Yes.
Have they not seen fucking vampires kiss? But anyway, there's a moment like where he's like by a mirror and it's like this shot from far away. And it's one of those makeup mirrors with the bulbs around everything. And there's like, he's like a botched like 80s rocker. And like, he's done all kinds of stuff to his face and stuff like that. But like, there's mystique about that character that you have to really try to figure it out. I like being able to have my own thoughts and mythology I bring to it as opposed to it being explained to me. Because 9 times out of 10, it's not as good as what I have.
Yeah, no, I agree. And I don't need it explained to me either. Liana does make a good point, though. Like Pearl, if anything, Pearl strengthened X. And I mean, it did. But I really think that it's going to come down to like the creative team personally, like director, writer here. Because like, for example, I look at Sinister 2. It's a movie that I like. A lot of people hated it. And why? Scott Derrickson didn't make it. Yeah, he was a co-writer on it. How much did he actually write? Who's to say? the magic of what made Sinister work was Scott Derrickson.
Agreed. There, X is a very different situation, though. You can watch. I mean, Pearl is a very different situation. You can watch X and get every bit of information you need about that character. In X, you know, this is a woman who feels like she threw away her life, and then she didn't bask in the glory of her youth, and blah 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 blah. And there's obviously they explained what happened to her younger, but it's not like there's this mythology of this character and they throw in a supernatural element. It's apples and oranges. I agree, Pearl is fantastic, but it's you know what I'm saying, it's different from Longlegs. This is a character that has a million questions. So, you know, and plus, I mean, Ty West, I trust Ty West regardless to, you know, handle his business.
John Kramer Rules says it was just announced that Paranormal Activity is releasing in theaters next year. Oh, nice.
Fuck yes. Let's go.
Yeah. Actually, guys, crazy enough, some of you guys may not know this.
I'm a fan of Paranormal Activity. I know. Nobody knew
that. No, Maxine was actually Christian's favorite in that trilogy.
Not anymore. I've settled down. I've settled down on it. It's good. It's really good.
That was one of those movies.
The most. I like X
same. But that was one of those movies. Christian doesn't do this a lot, guys, but that was one of those movies where, like, the voice messages he sent me after Maxine, he was like, oh yeah, of course that was my favorite. I knew it was going to be my favorite. You know, that's my favorite. That's my favorite era of horror films, like the giallo elements. Like I loved that. Like I just knew. So I didn't know it actually wasn't your favorite anymore.
Well, you know, I say that. I have to go back and revisit it again. It was not superficial 80s. Like it wasn't Stranger Things make it seem like it's way more glossy than it actually was. It actually towed the line fairly well, and there was good music in it. And it actually it may be. I'd have to go back and watch it.
They're great. They're great summer. They're great summer watches, and I'm actually going to rewatch all three of them this summer.
Yeah. Pearl is great, and it's a great movie, but it's not my favorite. There's not. It's too. There's no style. No, that's not true. There's not enough style. It's like that old type of era movie. I like the glitz and glamour, and I like the Texas Chainsaw feel and the sleaze of X. I need more. I
put X on my top 5 or top 10 horror movies ever list. I did. I love that movie. Like I mean, there are very few movies in my life that I went and saw in the theater that I was just like every moment I was like yes, and X is one of them. Seth, by the way, I would recommend watching them. You should watch them. They're all three very different films tonally, though. It's weird. Big K Movies and Games. What's up, man? $5 super chat. I awake to the Butter family, and I'm tied to a chair in the dining room. They roll Grandpa in. I see the video feed of me. The color timing is great. Jesus Christ.
God, Brandon's
not here.
Brandon has created a very interesting mythology.
Yeah, to say the least. But thank you for the super chat, man. It's nice to see you in here.
I love it. It's a VHS tape and a Nintendo 64 controller. That's his profile. I love it. I gotta know the mythology.
I don't know.
Like somebody put those two things together and snapped a photo of it against a whiteboard. Like I just love it. Like I look at people's profile pictures too much, and I gotta study.
Sometimes I try to see what it is like, and I can't. Sometimes I can't tell, and I don't even need glasses. So
Jesus,
yeah, I don't know. But yeah, okay. So, did you give an answer? Oh yeah, you said Hobgoblins was your least favorite episode we did. That's crazy though, because you didn't emote that much in that one, as opposed to like,
you know, I don't know that I have a least favorite. I mean, my least favorite would be my last episode, because that means I would be like done with the show because it wasn't fun. I mean, I'm being serious. I'm being sincere. I don't know what my least favorite is, you know? I mean, I think it's funny when I'm watching a movie that I don't like. I try to make it entertaining, but I don't know. Like, let me ask the audience, what's your fucking least favorite? Fuck you. Like,
Yeah,
you tell me what your least favorite
what's
is,
your guys' least favorite
you know?
Uneeda episode?
Turn this shit back on you guys.
What's crazy is the first time we did an existential crisis episode, I remember Christian and I were both kind of like weary about it because we were like, we don't really know if this one's gonna hit. But at the same time, we were like, yeah, but like we're people. Like every now and then you gotta have a good like mental health crash out. So like we wanted to just do it. And believe it or not, those episodes are like the most we get the most comments on those. Like the most conversation is on those episodes. And it's honestly crazy. And Big K with $2 says, I took the photo, sir. It goes with my videos themes. There you go.
Of course. I mean, I've pulled up your channel, Big K, because of how many times I see you comment. But I'm sorry. I was making fun. Anyway.
Why? What do you mean, Zach?
Listen, you know, God bless Timo. God bless him. But dude, honestly, that movie should say Alan Smithy, as far as I'm concerned, because
Timo's not responsible.
Anyway,
well, if you guys don't know, if you're new to either one of our channels, we had the just absolute pleasure years ago of interviewing Timo Vornsola, the director of the hotly acclaimed critically Jeepers Creepers Reborn.
I got my steelbook right here.
And I just want to say to everybody, you know, we didn't know before we interviewed him. We hadn't seen the movie, wasn't out yet. You know, we interviewed the guy and like he was nice and it seemed like he like had an appreciation for the lore and the character. And then we got what we got, man. And you know, it was a movie. I don't even know if I could say it was a movie. God, Buffalo Guy, there's no way. Hell yeah, dude. Buffalo Guy says we need to interview the original director.
Dude, can I take a moment here? I want to put over a movie that I just saw.
Mean Girls?
No, I'm serious. It's really good. It's called Begonia. It's Jesse Plemons and he has a brother, and they kidnap a drug company CEO, and it's played by Emma Stone, maybe, I believe is her name. Yeah, I think she was a girl like in like Zombieland and stuff. And it was phenomenal.
Emma Stone.
And it was phenomenal. I loved it.
My ex-wife kind of looks like her, which is kind of weird.
I want to say what was so cool about Begonia was the actor that played the autistic brother was actually an autistic guy, and he did a phenomenal job. And if I genuinely would like to see more of that, because there was an authenticity, and I'm not making fun. I'm being as serious as Heart Attack. There was like this great authenticity to the performance, and he did such a good job. I don't know the actor's name off the top of my head, but Jesse Plemons is really winning me over as a top tier actor that can truly play like a great character actor. So I say character, but like he played like a nutcase, like a guy that's really losing his mind. And you know, it was a great movie. I just watched it. My wife was telling me to watch it. It's phenomenal. So I want to put that over in case anybody's seen it. It's great.
Emma Stone's a fantastic actress. I mean, she really is. But it is kind of weird because she really does look like my ex-wife in the face. Like Emma Stone has really big eyes, but she has like really pretty eyes.
And
like
the use of her eyes in this movie was phenomenal. So it's a great movie. If you haven't seen it, I'm 99% sure it was either on Netflix or
I've seen the trailer.
HBO.
I thought it looked good.
It's great. It's not good. It's great. I mean, it's we are in a renaissance right now. I was actually talking to Justin, little Justin, earlier today, and he was telling me. I was telling him I had seen it, and I really think we're in like a renaissance right now of these great movies of like 3 to 4 people per movie, not a big cast, a story, an intricate story that involves this group, and it's you get good actors together, and you get a small group of them. You give them something good to work with, a good story, and you film them, and that's it. I mean, the fact that Obsession is beating uh Mandalorian and Grogu right now speaks volumes because the art of a good direct, and I'm not taking anything away from whoever directed Grogu, Mandalorian, Grogu. Disney is stupid. I almost said a bad word, but Disney is just stupid. They have lost any goodwill from anybody. So like it's not surprising, and I don't want Disney to fail, but they really need to just like recalibrate. But anyway, my point is we are in a renaissance right now of a good story, a good director, and these actors, they want to act. They don't want to do this bullshit. Like, no offense, but like, I really think people are going to be like, you know what? Like, Robert Downey Jr., how about you fucking act, dude, and stop putting on these stupid ass costumes? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just being honest.
Yeah.
I really think we're in a renaissance right now of these actors just killing it, doing these good movies. So anyway, Begonia was a fantastic film. I recommend checking it out. It was, I mean, riveting stuff. Riveting. Anyway.
By the way, I just want to say before getting to the super chat, Chris, it's nice to see you in here, man. It is, you know, I know it's been a while. Christian and I both are glad to see you around, glad to see you doing well, man. And Chris throws a $5 super chat our way and says, Christian, do you think Dracula 79 will ever get a 4K? And what would you like to see with that release if it were to happen?
I would like to see, quite frankly, what they did with Scream Factory again, giving us a new restoration of the desaturated 91 cut, as well as the as well as the theatrical cut. In terms of special features, it's really hard. Obviously, Donald Pleasance has passed. Frank Langella's gone. Just round up whoever they can to recollect on that movie. That's Universal, so I don't know who would put that out. You know, I'd like to see Scream Factory kind of do for Dracula what they're doing right now with for Day of the Dead, which on my channel today, in case anybody's wondering, I actually got pictures of the actual set. If you guys want to check that out later, you can see how nice it looks. I want Scream Factory to do for Day of the Dead what they could do for Dracula, you know. But yeah, I'd like to see it happen. It's my favorite Dracula film.
Liana, this is crazy, man. Another $49.99. Thank you so much.
God bless you.
Holy crap. Liana says, I have to head out. I just wanted to add that I was hanging out with my dad today. He went to Woodstock, saw the Doors, Zeppelin, etc. But my whole life, he says Alice Cooper in the early 70s was his favorite show of all time.
God bless your dad. That's amazing. And I agree with him. First off, Led Zeppelin is old people music. Also, Jimmy Page is a PDF file. Look into it. It's disgusting. They're sick. And the Doors are awesome. But yeah, fuck Led Zeppelin. God bless Alice Cooper and your dad, Liana. I mean, you knew about that, right? Like, you knew about Jimmy Page. Like, don't act like you don't know about Jimmy Page, dude. He's a sick fuck. Look it up. Oh, you're on the phone. So he has no idea what I'm saying right now. Yeah, guys, Jimmy Page is a sick, you know what? Plus, Led Zeppelin stole all their music, like all of it. So, Frank Langella is still alive. I didn't know that. Got my order in for the day 4K. Yeah, I think the set looks phenomenal. Liana, ask your dad if he saw the Stooges back in the day. I'm assuming they were.
Sorry, work shit, bro. I got a new manager that has a lot of questions.
Okay.
So, but what were you saying? And by the way, I just don't want this to get lost in the sauce. Thank you, Liana. Freaking seriously, dude. Like that is insanely gracious of you. But what kind of shit were you talking about, Christian? Were you running your mouth?
I said, God bless her dad and Alice Cooper. Also, Led Zeppelin is old people music, plus Jimmy Page is a PDF file. So fuck Led Zeppelin. And the Doors are amazing. And I was asking her if her dad also saw the Stooges back in the day. I can't remember if they were at that Woodstock. I think they were at that Woodstock.
It was also that Sean Clark told us that story about how Robert Plant, right, was a fucking asshole to him.
I'm sure he was. Not only do I hate, you know what? I don't hate Led Zeppelin. I just genuinely think they're old people music. I was never a big fan of them. Plus, Jimmy Page is sick. But also, fuck Greta Van Fleet. That is the worst band I've ever heard in my entire life. Have you heard that new single, like where it's like "May Your Day"? Like that's the vocals. It's so bad. I think it's borderline parody. It's so bad. I'm serious. I
know
can't
of
stand
the band. I've never listened to them.
Yeah, it's absolutely disgusting. I just hate the band. I hate it. If any band you're gonna rip off from the 70s, you could be like Blue Oyster Cult, you could be like Alice Cooper, you could be like fucking Aerosmith, but you want to sound exactly like Led Zeppelin, just fuck off.
Big K, thank you. Another $2 says, not offended. You're good, man. P.S. Rip Star Wars.
Did I offend you again? I'm sorry.
No, he just
Did I
wanted you to
attempt to?
know. He just wanted you to know that he wasn't.
Oh, God bless you, brother.
But I do want to say, I don't want to get on the whole like a Star Wars tangent, but I will just say that like their first mistake very clearly was thinking that people wanted to see a Mandalorian and Grogu movie. No, nobody wanted to see that, bro.
Dude, the House of Cards is done. People are. I mean, I don't know how much permission I have to rant tonight, but I will absolutely rant if you want me to about Star Wars.
Okay, but like, don't use any of the buzzwords and all that shit, because then you're gonna get people riled up. You know what I mean? Like,
this is what I'm saying.
The W word and all that. We don't need to go down that.
It's not being riled up, but people have figured out it's all a grift with Disney. Yeah. All of it. They do all this stuff that they think people want, but then in China, they can't have African American black people on the posters, and they completely bow to China for the marketing. It's all a grift. It's all bullshit. How about if they don't want to have black people on the posters in China, well, fuck China. Don't even send movies over there because that's disgusting. But they kowtow to it. Fuck Disney, dude. Fuck them. It's bullshit. I mean, it's bullshit. Fuck them.
Yeah. No. It was very, very, man, this is so awesome. I'm just seeing a bunch of shit of like Wemby celebrating and everything. Anyway, it was so, I don't know. It was just really, they clearly bought it from Lucas because they saw it as the cash cow that it was. And I don't think they actually had any interest in furthering any of those stories. They just, it was a grift. They wanted to make money. They wanted to turn Star Wars into Marvel. And look, even the biggest Marvel fans will say that Marvel right now is like a shell of itself because that has basically just become, let's just pump something out just to pump it out. Now, I know they've slowed down over the last 2 years, I'd say, but that was because all their movies were like flopping, at least by Marvel standards. Why? Because what Disney cares about is the IP. Like we got to make more money from this property, literally beat the dead horse until it's like, it's not even a zombie, bro. Like it's gone. There's no corpse there. And they're still like beating the air where it was. And it's shitty because people can talk as much shit as they want about George Lucas. And I get it to a degree. Like the prequel trilogy had some writing flaws for sure. But at the end of the day, it still felt like Star Wars. It still looked like Star Wars. And there were still some great moments in those 3 movies.
They've aged like fine wines to me, all 3 of them, even though I'm not a huge fan of how bloated episode 2 and 3 are to me. And, I still don't like McGregor. I've never been a fan of his. I don't think he's a great actor. I don't think he was a great Obi-Wan. And I also, dude.
No. I'm not going to listen to that. That's fucking heresy, bro.
Excuse me. Also, Qui-Gon Jinn is like such a better Jedi than Ben Kenobi ever was. Now, the Ben in episode 4 that That old guy.
Alec Guinness.
That's a bad motherfucker. So I'm just not an Ewan McGregor super fan. Do I think he's a good actor? Sure. Do I think he was good? Do I think Ewan is good as an actor as uh um
Alec Guinness
uh
or Hayden Christensen?
no, Qui-Gon Jinn, the
Liam
Neeson. Do I think
Neeson.
he's as good as do I think he's as good as an actor as Liam Neeson? Absolutely not. I think Liam Neeson is a generational talent and a very, very wide range actor. I think it's really not though, CR. So fuck you too. But
Yes, it
yeah,
is.
Liam Neeson.
No. Even the people that hate the prequel trilogy, Christian, nearly every single one of them says, but Ewan McGregor's great as Obi-Wan. Like that is a universal opinion.
I never said he's bad. I said I'm not a fan of him.
You said he wasn't a great Obi-Wan. Yes, you did. You said those words.
Okay, well, I did say that, but he's not as good as the old guy. He's not as good as Ben. From 4.
Alec Guinness is great in that movie, but like, you don't.
I would have preferred seeing. First of all, nobody talks about fucking Samuel L. in these movies with his purple lightsaber. So let's talk about that instead. Listen, I've never been a huge fan of McGregor. He doesn't do it for me. The same way. I'm not going to lie to the people. I'm not. You can.
You're lying to yourself.
I'm not lying to myself. I feel the same exact way about Mark Wahlberg. He does nothing for me as an actor. I don't believe him. Nothing he says translates to me well. I think he's a fake. I don't think he's a great actor. It pisses me off that he doesn't open his mouth that much when he talks, so his words come out like syrup and he sounds like an idiot. Never was a fan of him. Do I think Ewan McGregor is better than Mark Wahlberg? Yes, absolutely.
Wahlberg is a good comedic actor. I like him in comedies. I don't like him every time they try to put him in an action movie as this badass because he just doesn't work for me. Like he tries to be Jason Statham. That's all Jason Statham is good at. But he's very good at it. And so like Wahlberg though, like in Ted and in the other guys and stuff, like he's funny. I think he's a funny guy, but he doesn't work for me in any other space. But Ewan McGregor has shown like serious range in his career. Trainspotting, he's fantastic in that movie. He's fucking
I haven't seen
Obi-Wan.
Trainspotting.
He's Danny Torrance and Dr. Sleep. Like, no, I can't get there with you. Ewan is a great actor. He is a great actor. And
it's debatable.
Even if you don't think he's a great actor, he's a great Obi-Wan Kenobi. And I'm not going to hear otherwise.
All right. Well, listen, Ewan McGregor is no Samuel L.
Well, no, Samuel L. Jackson is like one of the greatest of our lifetimes. Like, let's just be real. I don't think people talk about that enough. Samuel L. Jackson is a phenomenal actor.
Oh, he's the GOAT. He's the GOAT.
It'll still blow your mind to be like, dude, he was in Spiral. He was in a Saw movie. Samuel L. motherfucking Jackson.
I wanted more of him in that movie too.
Oh, I think we all did because Chris Rock was bad in that.
I am a jealous prick. I really am.
Like he's I don't know. He was. Man.
I need to see Trainspotting. I don't know what it is, dude. I've never been a Ewan McGregor. Is that his name? Ewan?
Ewan.
I've never been a huge fan of him. I like the more like I genuinely think Liam Neeson is a generational talent. Like let me put it to you like this, Nick. There are things Liam Neeson can do as an actor that McGregor can't do. You couldn't put McGregor in the movie of Taken. You couldn't do it.
I did not say that he was better than Liam Neeson. This is where the wires are getting crossed here. I just said that he was fantastic as Obi-Wan, and he is a good actor. Like, you were the one that said he's a bad Obi-Wan. That was my issue. He is a fantastic
I might have crossed the line there. The line there.
Yeah, like Liam Neeson is a better actor for sure. Like, I don't think you'll find many people that will disagree with that. Liam has, I think he has far more range.
I finally watched his Naked Gun, and I was avoiding it so much for so long. I actually thought, do I have a Wahlberg impression?
Do it.
I just hate how he does this thing where he barely opens his mouth when he talks. It pisses me off. It pisses me off.
He's great in Ted. Yeah. Ted is great. I love that series. I wish they would have kept it like movies though, because like I want a Ted 3 so bad. But like the series is good, but he's funny. Like I'll give Mark Wahlberg that. But like, yeah, they keep trying to make him this action hero like Tom Cruise, and I'm like, dude, no. And that's the thing. Crazy enough, we don't talk about this enough, Christian. Like, let's give flowers to Tom Cruise. Everybody looks at him like he's, oh yeah, he's Ethan Hunt. You know, he's the action guy. Dude, Tom Cruise is a fantastic actor. He can do comedy. He could do like serious. Like, he's a great actor.
He is a generation. He's phenomenal. The problem with Tom Cruise now is he is sticking to what his biggest successes are. But I think during the 90s, Tom Cruise really spread his wings. My favorite Tom Cruise film, I'm not ashamed to say it, is The Firm, which is great.
I love Vanilla Sky. I loved Vanilla Sky ever since I was a kid.
Yeah. Vanilla Sky is phenomenal. The Firm, which is a great 90s thriller. Eyes Wide Shut. Me and Brandon both agree that that is possibly Kubrick's best movie. And quite frankly, his most, what's the word I'm looking for? His most relevant movie, quite frankly, Eyes Wide Shut. I just think Cruise is doing what he, like, I think he gets a thrill of doing all these action. He's doing, you know, Mission Impossible still. And those are great. Don't get me wrong. But yeah, there you go. Jerry Maguire, which I just learned that that was supposed to be a Tom Hanks movie, which I could never picture in a million years. So,
yeah. Yeah. No, but here's the thing though. He found like he was really good in Mission Impossible though. So it didn't feel like, why is Tom Cruise doing this? No, it felt like, oh yeah,
you're right.
Like he's really good in it. And the thing that I love about Tom Cruise the most, and we don't see enough actors do this these days, is like he fully dedicates himself to a role. And like you just don't see that a lot anymore. You used to see it more. I feel like that's from a bygone era, you know, like I don't know.
I agree. I think Tom Cruise is one of the last of there's an X factor to Tom Cruise. We saw it with Stallone. We saw it with Jean-Claude. We saw it with obviously Arnold. But there's an X factor when these guys do these action films, as outlandish as they can be with some of the stunts and stuff. Whether it's Tom actually doing it or whatever, like you look at these guys on screen and you say they could fucking do that. They're the real deal. And I don't know that we see that because now today's action films, for the most part, they wear colored drawers and masks and they fly and do all this stupid fake crap. These superhero movies. I'm telling you guys, listen, I'm not a fan of these films, but I'm also not jaded to think that I know what the people want. But let me tell y'all something. When I was coming up, I was raised on Rocky. I was raised on Time Cop. And I was raised on Marked for Death. I watched action films where Steven Seagal took criminals and brought them within an inch of their life, literally snapped their bones out of their arms and didn't kill them. He would leave them there. That's the kind of action films I watched. Just men, leather jackets, jeans and boots, kicking ass. I don't do all this crap. This sissy Mary crap with the helmets and wings and shiny outfits. It's not for me. I think the world needs to bring back these real action films. That's what I think. Sorry if you got a problem with it.
No, I don't disagree.
We got Harrison Ford, 87 years old, playing a Red Hulk. What the fuck's happening out there?
Yeah, I don't
green screen.
I don't get that either. Harrison Ford, he's a great actor too.
He's one of the greatest actors of all time. And I heard that Captain America movie was good with
Anthony Mackie.
Anthony Mackie. I heard it was good. People said they liked it. 87 years old, playing a Red Hulk. What the hell?
Yeah.
What's going on out there?
I don't know what's going on out there, man.
Harrison Ford, man. Listen, you want to let me tell you about Harrison Ford. I could probably pull it out right now.
Don't pull it out. This will get demonetized if you whip it out.
Let's talk about Blade Runner.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know?
Did you like 2049?
No, not really.
Me neither.
I didn't like Blade Runner for the longest time. But now I look at it as one of the greatest like new wave noir movies ever. But I was gonna get at, dude, is you want to talk Harrison Ford? Let's talk about Clear and Present Danger. Let's talk about
Oh,
Patriot
yeah.
Games. Let's talk
Yeah.
about that's my Harrison Ford. Old
You,
school.
you know a guy I miss, frankly, and I know he's gone more into
Witness.
producing and directing now. Dude,
Witness.
I miss fucking Mel Gibson, bro. I grew up on Braveheart, on
Patriot.
yeah, The Patriot, dude, The Patriot, man. We watched that so much in our house.
Civil War came down to two men.
Yeah. But Mel Gibson, like, I think he's a really good actor too. And now he, like I said, he directs, he produces, like he's not really doing much acting these days. But even in like I know this is crazy. You guys are gonna be like, holy shit, you're pulling this one out.
Gibson is generational.
He was in Daddy's Home too.
He was. I saw that.
I like both those movies, and he's great in that movie as
he's
like
funny,
the hard ass dad. Yeah. But I really like Mel Gibson, man. I really do.
I'm gonna say this out loud. Nobody could have played the priest like Mel Gibson in Signs.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Nobody.
I did a top 10 jump scare video, and I shouted you out in it because I put one of them was the scene in Signs with the alien at the birthday party. And
I think I saw that video. I think I saw that.
Joaquin really sold
his reaction with the hand over the mouth. Yep. Listen, dude, people shit on that scene now. They don't understand. Like now I get it because I genuinely say to myself, listen, The Exorcist is a classic. It's not scary. But I wasn't there in 1972, 1973. The Exorcist 3 is still scary. But
The Exorcist is scary to me because I saw that as a small child. That shit freaked me out.
But Signs, dude, that scene with the alien coming out fucked me up. And I really think I was scared because of how good Joaquin was. Just fucking. But you know what kills me in that movie, dude? That scene of him.
Yeah, that's the thing that people are talking about it in the chat. Yeah, Gibson, he's definitely seen better days personally. We'll just say that. He's to put it mildly, he's kind of problematic these days, but in his heyday as an actor, that's all I was trying to say. He was in his heyday, like you said, The Patriot, Braveheart, like he was top notch, man. He really was.
Yeah.
It's like Randy Quaid. Randy Quaid, what he's in like another country now and hiding, what looking like the Unabomber. I mean, dead ass. Like, but you ain't nobody ever gonna take away Cousin Eddie from me. Ever. Like I'm always gonna love Cousin Eddie no matter what Randy Quaid is doing these days.
Listen, I agree that Gibson was obviously at the lowest point of his life saying, I hate to admit this, but like when those phone calls came out, they were so over the top insane. I remember everybody it was funny because it was so beyond anti-Semitic and racist. Like you couldn't believe you were here. It almost sounded fake.
It was like a caricature. Yeah.
But, I can't say I forgive that because it's so fucked up. I mean, so fucked up.
Yeah.
But I look at the action since then, and I remember Whoopi Goldberg saying, I know Mel. I know he's not a racist. And I trust Whoopi. And if Whoopi says I'm gonna forgive him, I'm gonna forgive him. So that's just me personally. I know people didn't like Hulk Hogan for what he said, and it was absolutely disgusting what he said. I go back to Booker T. I listen to people like that, and they say, I know the guy. I think he was at a low point in his life, and when people are low, they hate everything around them, and they say stupid shit. And I look at their actions, and it's just one of those things. It's a touchy subject. I get it.
Yeah, which is why we should probably not let's back off of it. But I agree with everything you're saying. I mean, like it, that doesn't take away from like some of the movies we grew up watching. These people were in them. Like we can't control. We may love an actor or love a musician because of what they've given us, and then you kind of find out they go through their highs and lows in life, and maybe you find out some dark secrets about theirs after the fact, and you're like, shit, I'll never be able to really look at that person the same way again. But it doesn't take away, like, man, but that performance in that movie, man, like, I loved him, or I love that song. It's just something like that. Like, you can't help it. I don't think it makes you a bad person if you're like, you know what I mean? Like, if
Of course, yeah,
Yeah.
and the chat understands. We're all people are just sharing their opinion too. I don't think anybody's like saying anything's wrong with me saying I'm a Mel Gibson fan. I mean, guys, you know.
no.
But what's interesting on the flip side of that is it's so interesting now seeing. Well, I trust Whoopi when it comes to her opinion on Mel Gibson. She knows him. But it's so interesting now seeing all these clips of Michael Jackson come out talking about stuff that it's like, I don't remember seeing this back in the day. And people are really like, there's clips of Michael saying they're lying in the history books. They're not telling you guys the truth. They're manipulating the history books. And all this stuff is coming out and they're trying to make Michael look bad in the Epstein files. And then it's all bullshit. It's like people are waking up to a lot of stuff. And some of these people that they're trying to paint as villains, people aren't accepting it because anyway, I'm going off on another tangent.
Well, no, you just opened up.
I love you, Michael. I love you, Michael.
You just opened up a door for something I do want to talk about because
Okay.
you and I couldn't believe I didn't know about this. I don't think you did too until the trailer dropped. We talked about it the other night, bro. Prime Time with Robert Pattinson as Chris Hansen is going to be the movie of the year. The movie of the year. Okay. Don't give a shit. I'm there day one. I was pissed when my brother sent me the trailer. Was like, bro, did you know they're making a Chris Hansen movie with Robert Pattinson? And I freaking messaged Christian immediately. And I was like, why did you not tell me this? And he's like, bro,
I was
I've been
texting my
talking to
wife
Sydney about it. Like,
It's my wife. Give me a break.
I was like, holy shit. Like, I had no idea. Dude, that movie is going to rule.
Would you go ahead and have a seat right there for me?
Bro.
You remember that one? Do you remember that one where it's the guy that brings the pizza and like he starts trying to ask him questions and the guy is like internally panicking? This is a recent one from like 6-7 years ago when they had like the Crime Network series for like, and like he goes, like he's like, so I mean, tell me about this marriage contract you had written up. Is it in the car? And then he laughs and grabs his pizza and Hanson goes, go ahead, have a bite. He's like, go ahead, have a bite, enjoy your pizza.
Oh man.
Listen, I'm going to speak on this.
Can you actually, I was going to say, can you actually believe there are actual people that don't like Chris Hansen?
Well, here's the thing. I'm going to say this, and I got pushback in my video about this. The fact is the show, was the show To Catch a Predator, was some of it sensationalism? Was some of it over the top? Were they making a television show? Of course. And my thing is this. If you want to criticize that, I need you to remember what these guys are there to do. It's literally the worst crime on earth. Do we need to, like, it's this crime? Let me put it to you like this. This type of crime is so bad that they decided to turn Freddy Krueger into a murderer instead. I need people to stop for a second. I'm being serious. I need you to stop and realize that the crimes that these guys were going to commit are so bad, they decided to make Freddy Krueger a murderer instead of children. I need you guys to remember that. Okay? So while there's a lot of controversy with the way To Catch a Predator ended in 2007, they had some Congress member who was talking to kids online. And he didn't show up for the investigation, but they showed up to his house.
He offed himself.
He offed himself. He offed himself. Okay? Say what you want. This guy was talking to kids. This is a trusted city official. What you guys need to realize out there, this shit is dark. Our government is protecting these people as we're doing this show right now. They're protecting
for a long time.
They are protecting these people. So if you guys want to if you guys want to criticize Chris Hansen, there's other people you need to be pointing the finger at right now. And one of them has big poofy hair. And I'm just going to say it. I'm getting sick of this bullshit. If you want me to be frank, I'm getting really sick of it. So I'm about to get pissed off. I'm gonna shut up.
We're not gonna. Yeah, no. But here's the thing. At the end of the day, you're absolutely right. And what we should be doing right now is honestly thanking people like Chris Hansen and Skeeter Jean and all these people that do this, because
Getting these sickos
I
off the
don't want
street.
these motherfuckers on the street. I got a kid. Like, no, there's already enough scary shit in the world when you have a kid. Because, like, there's a lot of things you cannot protect them from. What you want to be able to protect them from is shit like that. Like, so it's just the fact that they're making a movie, they're putting an A-list actor in the role of Chris Hansen. A24 is the one behind it. Hell yeah, dude.
My only concern is, so there was a documentary that came out on Paramount Plus. I think it debuted last year in like film festivals. It was called Predators, and it literally, the whole show was kind of saying all this was more harm than good. The show, To Catch a Predator, what Chris Hansen did, and the interviewer pressed him. And what I loved about Chris Hansen was he said he didn't back down. Like, the interviewer was like, "What do you think? Blah blah blah. What you've done, has it been? Do you think?" Anyway, my point is this: like, he was pressing Hansen, and Hansen said, "Well, if the criticism on me is going to be about did I whatever," like, he didn't back down. Is my whole point. I can't really remember how the interview went. It's been months since I've seen it, but Chris Hansen did not back down, and that made me happy.
All I'm saying is it's going to be a great movie, and I had no idea that was something that was happening, and I'm really looking forward to that. And it just kind of is another feather in the cap of 2026 so far, because you've been talking about, I mean, you said it earlier.
It's a great year.
There's already 3 movies this year that you are like, these are damn near all-timers, you know? And it's like, you don't see a lot of movies like that. I mean, I hate to be that guy, but like, let's be real, the last couple years, there were some heavy hitters here and there, absolutely. But like, I mean, I don't think any of these most recent years have been like, holy shit, what a year in cinema. You know what I mean? Whereas like,
there's been solid movies like
Yes.
Long Legs and stuff like that, but
mm-hmm.
this month I genuinely think has been one of the best months in horror
Mm-hmm.
since Hereditary. Like, I think Hereditary was one of the last movies that was generational. It's just like, holy shit.
Yeah.
You know?
So you're one of those people then, right? Where you're like, Hereditary's brilliant. Like,
oh, absolutely. And listen, for the chat, this is real life and we live in it. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I want to entertain you guys, and we're going to continue to entertain you guys. I apologize, but let me tell you something. I live in the real world. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some people out there, let me tell y'all, the devil is real. Unfortunately.
Well, this is our podcast, guys. Like, I know some of you guys probably haven't listened to the podcast before, but we literally talk about anything and everything. And that's, we have fostered an audience over the years that expect that. You know, they want the real life shit. They want the movie talk. They want the bullshit. Like, we do all of it. We cover all bases. And like, there might be certain sections of certain episodes that you guys don't want to listen to, and that's totally fine. Like, you know, but Christian and I, at the end of the day, like, you know, we're 2 people living in the world that, you know, when we get in front of mics like this for an extended period of time, we'll go from talking shit about Dr. Sleep, if you're Christian, and Ewan McGregor, all the way to real world shit. Like, that's just, you know, that's what we do. And so if Uneeda isn't for you, that's totally fine. I get it. But it's what we do, man.
But we can move on. I said what I needed to say. I said what I needed to say.
I do want to talk about Hereditary a little bit, because in some of these lists that I've done, the interesting thing that I've found is one of the movies that gets thrown around the most.
Let me add one more thing really quick before you go. And I did a whole video about this topic on my show. So I'm not coming here and dumping on Nick's channel. I talked about this on my show as well. Go watch the video. And I went hard on it. Let's continue. I just want to make sure you know that.
Yeah.
You know?
And I think at the end of the day, like, I think that the stance that you and I have on this is not in any way whatsoever controversial. I think we are in
it should not be, but unfortunately it is.
We are in the vast majority of people in this world. But anyway,
let's talk about Hereditary.
I got so many comments about Hereditary is overrated. There's nothing scary about Hereditary. Like, and look, I've said this a million times because I know I have some wild opinions. I'm always going to respect your opinion if that's your opinion. Like, I don't see it that way, but I get it because I'm that way with Midsummer. That was the movie that I put as the most overrated movie that I think I've that's come out in my lifetime, where I'm like, people just laud this movie online. And buddy, all you got to do is look at the comments of that video and see how many people were mad that I said Midsummer was overrated. One guy was like, so what? Your critique for did you really just try to simplify it and dumb it down to, at the end of the day, she finds belonging and purpose in this cult, and like that's really your whole takeaway from Midsummer? And I replied, and I was like, well, I can't spend 10 minutes talking about every movie in this video, but that is literally the point of that movie. Like, if you really want to condense it, she's with a shitty friend group and a shitty boyfriend and loses her family. She's dealing with grief, and she finds belonging in this cult and excises that her previous group and finds a new home. That is basically the condensed version of Midsummer. Also, not to mention, Midsummer is literally just the fucking Wicker Man. The Wicker Man just did it way better. But regardless, we won't talk about that. So for me, it's just like, I get it. I get why people think it's overrated to a degree because I feel that way about Midsummer. But like, dude, Hereditary fucking rules. Like, I guess that's all I'm trying to say. Is
I like both movies quite a lot. I like Midsummer,
but that condensation of Midsummer is correct, right?
Well, I look at it as a dark fairy tale, yes. And I get what you mean by Wicker Man, in a sense, aesthetically, big time. But I do think there's enough differences story wise. Obviously, Wicker Man was a seance and a ritual sacrifice.
By the way, real quick, just want to say
and that speaks for itself. I don't have to even respond to that. It speaks for itself.
I was going to say, we don't even need to respond to it because
God bless you, Hakeem. God bless you,
Hakeem. I hope you're doing well, man. Hope you're doing well.
Oh, he's doing good. Dude's living the life.
Yeah. Oh, I know he is. Fly us out to LA, Hakeem. Fly us out. We're still waiting. You got to grill out. Remember? We said we were crashing on the couch.
I want to say to Hakeem, God bless him, because he's one of the most consistent Uneeda candles customers I've ever had. He just supports us full stop. And I just thank him very much. Yeah, I know he said his wife likes him a lot. So
like, but okay, here's the thing. I've tried to explain to people, and I want to know if you had the same reaction. The first time I saw Hereditary, I didn't know what happened to Charlie. I didn't know any of that. Oh, we're coming, Hakeem. That's already set in stone.
Hakeem, if you're there, I expect limo pickup. And Lionel Richie better be on that bitch as well. I know you know Lionel.
Yeah, who you bringing?
He's got Lionel Richie's friends. Lionel.
But
go ahead.
Yeah, so like that was one of the only movies that I can remember, and like at least in my adult life, where I was genuinely like halfway through it, I was fucking floored, bro. Like I was like, did that shit really just happen? And then the movie just gets like, it just goes insane. And so I understand the differences of opinion. I get it, and I'll respect it. But like, it just boggles my mind because I just can't see it the way some people do.
I think I'm gonna do an overrated movie list. I think you've got me to where I need to follow you up on that, because I think I've got some controversial picks as well. I do like Midsummer though. I do like it. So it's not even like I can agree that the movie was hyped up. I mean, I can definitely agree with that. Do I think maybe a little too much? I think it really, I mean, it's not really something you can argue, because if a movie gets a good reception and then you watch it and you say, I don't see it, then it's like, yeah, like, I don't see what people are hyping up. I saw somebody today say, I saw Obsession. What was the big deal? And I'm thinking to myself, well, the big deal was it was a great fucking movie. That's the big deal. But what do you say that you can't argue with somebody that hears about a movie and says that wasn't good to me? What do you say to that? You know?
No, I know there is no argument, and so there's no point. I'm just saying, like, there are certain movies where you genuinely it hurts your brain to try to understand, because it's like I don't know how one could see it that way. I understand, like, I respect it, but I had such the polar opposite reaction that I'm like, I I don't even know how you get there. Like, that's my thing. And it's like,
I thought there were stark moments that were really intense with the age sacrifice ritual.
that moment was really good. Yes.
And it's very much I guess you would consider that. I don't know if you would call that folk horror, but
I think you would.
I think, but I just really liked those elements. I like the way it was cult like, and because I'm into that sort of aesthetic. I think if Midsummer had come out before Hereditary as well, and I don't know why I put those. Is that the same director?
Yes.
I think if Midsummer had come out before, we'd be having a different conversation.
Yes. I was just about to say, I think that
Possibly.
the hype and the reception at Hereditary kind of fueled how some people then approached Midsummer. They were like, this is going to be awesome. And a lot of times if you go into a movie like, I love this director, so this is going to be awesome, then you probably are going to be a little biased. And like, I'm guilty of that. I've done that in my life before too. So we're human. We do that. But
Right.
like, my thing is, people are talking about obsession and everything like that. One of the things that blew my mind that I saw since it came out, there's only been a handful of people. I'm not calling any names, guys. I'm just simply saying, if anybody's takeaway from Obsession was that Nikki was the bad guy, we watched it. You didn't watch Obsession.
The girl was the bad guy?
Yeah. There are people that are like, Cody Leach had to make a video because he was getting frustrated that people were like, well, she was clearly the villain. Cody made a video that was literally called Bear is the Villain in Obsession. Like,
it's a possession film. How could she be the bad guy?
Because
right.
Well,
I mean, it's a possession. When you look at that, it's a possession movie, right? That's
yes,
essentially what it is.
Yes, but even the possessed, even the possessed entity in that shell that's causing that person to do those things, I still don't say that's the bad guy. The bad guy in that movie is Bear. The obsessed one in that movie is Bear.
Yeah, like, I'm agreeing with you. Linda Blair is not the bad guy in The Exorcist. She's possessed. She's not in her own faculties.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree because there's certain moments in that film. I think people in the chat haven't seen it, so I don't want to talk about details. But yeah, I think that's fairly non-debatable.
There were people debating it.
See, the problem is people entertain these people. Like when they say this kind of shit, you have to ignore them.
I know, but it was just
saying. You have to.
It was crazy to me because like, and Cody pointed this out in his video. We were talking about it before he posted his video, and I said the moment it became clear to me that Bear was the villain was where they cut to right after the date night scene where she like freaks out and then it cuts to them in the bedroom and, getting it on. And she just has that dead look on her face. And
that was a very pivotal moment.
Yes.
That's why I didn't want to bring it up because I saw somebody said they hadn't seen it yet. So.
But that moment is just like 100% he's taking advantage of the situation and he is the bad guy. That's where it's clear right there. And so like everything that happens moving forward, it's all his fault. Like, and I won't get into specifics, obviously, but like, he's the fucking bad guy. I can't even, and I really liked the actor in the movie. I thought he was awesome. I thought they were both awesome. Like,
the girl, give her props, man. She went for it.
And you can totally, I think anybody that's ever had a crush on somebody can totally relate being like, man, I wish that they liked me as much as I liked them. We've all been there at one point in our lives. So like, the initial thing that starts it all seems really harmless because we've all been there. But when shit goes the way it does and continues to get worse and worse, you as the viewer are supposed to be able to, in that moment, go, I mean, this is all his fault. All of this is his fault. And it is.
We learned about this in Bruce Almighty. I remember when Morgan Freeman said, you can't control people's emotions. You have no control over that, so.
And Donovan, you're absolutely right. The moment that stuck in my head from that movie, I keep replaying in my fucking head, is when she says to him, before he breaks the one wish willow, like, do you like me? If so, like, now's the time to say something. You could have avoided all of it. All of it. You could have just told her right there. And then you would have had an answer, and it seemed like she was inviting that. But he pussed out. And because he pussed out, everything happened because of that. She gave you the opportunity and you didn't take it. So if anything, that movie could be a lesson also in honestly, this goes back, Christian, this is what we do. This is like 10 degrees of just where we always tie everything together. The message of obsession at the beginning of the movie is what, we were just talking about with Chris Hansen and shit. Always fucking say what's on your mind. Speak up. Do not just let that shit sit there. Say it.
And in the movie too, it was so tragic. Like, I had a feeling if she would have told him, like if he would have been like, yeah, I do like you, I had a feeling she probably would have said, I appreciate that, but let's not rock the boat. We're good friends.
I got the impression that she would have been like, okay, I've been kind of thinking the same thing, but I was waiting to see if you would say it because I didn't want to ruin our friendship. Because in my experience, no girl that doesn't slightly feel the same way about you is going to just dead ass ask you like, do you like me?
Maybe so. But my thing is, you find out that the other girl was the one for him. Yeah, they were both chill vibe, and then she got anyway.
And that's another message of that movie is like trying to force yourself in places where you don't belong. Like sometimes you pine after someone because like, oh, she's so pretty, and like I'm just so impressed by her. But like, is that just surface level? It might just be surface level, bro. Like sometimes physical attraction is not everything. Fucking trust me, buddy. Like it gets to a point. I'm 4 years single now, and I can tell you right now that like pretty much every woman I've talked to, no shade, since then has just been like, I just don't vibe well enough with you. Like after the surface level stuff where I'm like, yeah, you're pretty. And like, we get along well enough, but it's like, where's the deep conversation? Like, where's I don't know. Like you're just not sparking these things for me. And that's not a knock on anyone. It's just like maybe two people sometimes just aren't meant to be that. And
that's right.
And that's another message of that movie. Like if it's not there, don't force it, especially as you get older, because you'll end up in a relationship that was just surface level. And a year into it, you'll be like, I kind of hate this person. Like they were just pretty. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Stefan with a $5.99 super chat. Thank you, my friend. Not going to lie. If Curry Barker himself played one of the Sawyers in his Texas Chainsaw, creepy as fuck and milk and cereal. What do you mean you don't like it?
I love milk and cereal, by the way. I saw that right when it dropped. I loved it.
I'm going to say right now, Indy Navarrete better be in it. She better be in it. I'm not even saying she necessarily needs to be the final
Who's
girl.
that?
But
Is that the broad in Obsession?
She's the main girl. Yeah, she better be in it. She's about to have a really, really promising career. She's definitely going to get nominated for an Oscar, probably as somebody as
I don't think she will. They're not gonna. The Academy ain't gonna. They're gonna ignore the fuck out of him,
buddy. They just fucking what's her name? Amy something or whatever. Aunt Gladys, like Amy Madigan. She just won for Weapons, and Obsession is objectively, it's gonna be right on par financially with what Weapons does, but it is like one of the highest rated horror movies it's up there. Like over the last few years, she's gonna get nominated.
I think Weapons is phenomenal.
So do I. I'm just saying, I don't think you can deny her. I mean, but they did deny.
No, I don't deny her. I just think they're not supposed to be doing what they're doing.
I know, but the noise is getting too loud, man. After Toni Collette, that's where you saw it change there. Everybody was like, Toni Collette needs to be at worst nominated for Hereditary. She wasn't even nominated.
No,
and people were like,
Toni Collette is a legend too.
I know, which all the more reason why I was frustrating, because sure, it's a quote unquote horror movie, but like this is not a nobody. Like the Academy knows her, and she didn't even get nominated.
Can I be honest with you, dude? I think Jamie Lee Curtis needs to do one of these kinds of movies where she can really spread her wings and get out of the TV show stuff and crap like this. I'm such a fan of her. People shit on her because she speaks her mind. I think Jamie should play some sort of psychopath wacko in a movie like this. I really think she could nail it.
You ever seen Mother's Boys?
I'm probably one of the only few that has. Yeah. And she plays a great psychopath.
Yes. She's very good in it.
And she's sexy in that movie. Mm-hmm. She's beautiful and she's scary. And I just want to speak on that for a second because people want to give her shit for anything she says. And she is great in The Bear. She plays a great,
Yes.
like, Italian breakdown mom. And
Yep.
I just want to go to bat for her because
She's a great actress.
she's a phenomenal actress. And I don't think it's fair that people want to criticize her for her opinions about horror and her opinions about she criticized like somebody taking a 5-year-old to an R-rated movie. Like, yeah, wow, that's really crazy for her to say that you shouldn't, like, why are you taking yeah, that's so fucking outlandish of her to say, right? Like, what are we talking about? Is that really a huge criticism? That's what you're criticizing her for? Like, that doesn't mean you can't if you want to. I see this all over the internet. Like, fuck you, Jamie. Like, I saw this when I was 3 years old. Like, I saw a Serbian film when I was 7. It's like, okay,
you fucking shouldn't have.
It's like, my point is this. That's your criticism of her? Fuck off.
Yeah.
I love that woman. God bless her.
I'm going to say this. I do believe that Jamie Lee Curtis will have that second act or whatever act you would want.
She's playing Murder, She Wrote. You heard about Murder, She Wrote.
Yeah, she's going to have that. She's going to have that moment. And I'm really excited for it because did she win supporting actress for Everything Everywhere
All at Once? Well deserved too.
Which, by the way, I saw a lot of people argue that she didn't deserve it.
No, she's great. That movie is fantastic.
Yeah, well, Jamie is just, again, Jamie's fantastic, and I think she deserved it personally. That's just my opinion. But at the end of the day, she needs, I do want to see her, just like you said, have like a villainous role, a psychotic role in her 60s, because, like, I mean, this woman can act, bro. And I don't think so many people just think of her as like, oh, the fucking Halloween lady. Come on.
Yeah.
Like,
no, dude, like I'm not saying she would have done a better job than the woman that played Aunt Gladys, but you give Jamie Lee that role, I guarantee you she would have had her take on it. I guarantee you. She would have had her take on it.
Yeah. Yeah, Jamie Lee, she can, as an actress, she can do no wrong in my eyes.
Yeah, but that's actually a good thing, though. I tell everybody, if you haven't seen Mother's Boys, go watch that movie.
Mm-hmm.
Go watch that movie. It's
and Demi Moore. Well, she won Golden Globe. She should have been nominated for the Academy Awards, in my opinion, because I thought she was great in The Substance. And the most impressive thing about Demi Moore in The Substance, I'm just going to keep it real with you, the fact that a woman in her 60s was like, "Yeah, I don't care. I'm going to bear it all. I'm proud of my body. Like, I'm proud of me as an actress. Like, she went for it in that movie, and like." Kudos to her, man. Like, seriously, like, that's just she's great in The Substance. She's freaking great. And like, honestly, if you're a 60-year-old woman and you look like Demi Moore, you should not be ashamed. Quite frankly.
You saw that clip of John Carpenter. What did I like about The Substance? 0. What did you dislike? Everything.
Yeah.
You gotta love Johnny. You have to love him. He's wrong, but you have to love him.
Yeah, no, he's. Part of me wonders if he even saw it.
I believe he saw it. I think it was too pop and glammy for him. I think his version of that movie would have been way more serious in tone. And I think if you just picture John Carpenter's version of that movie.
I thought The Substance was serious until the third act. Like, that was serious.
Visually and everything, it was very popcorn and bright and but I think just think of how John Carpenter would have done that film had he done it. I think that's, you can kind of understand, like, tonally how he would, like, I thought Dennis Quaid was disgusting in it with the shrimp.
Dude.
A director needs to be tried 5 to 10 for that. That was disgusting.
Hell yeah. $5 super chat from Old School Toys. Can you imagine one Jamie Lee as Mrs. Voorhees in a new imagining of Friday the 13th? 100% I can. I
wouldn't want it, but yes. It's just that's too much world, too much.
Is it what I would do for her? No, but do I think that she would fucking kill it? Yeah, 100%.
She can do it all, brother. North, south, east, west.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Jamie Lee. By the way, We talked about this months ago. I remember when she was doing promo for Freakier Friday, and like she went viral because a bunch of people didn't
big ass
realize
titties.
that she had cannons. And I'm like, brother, we've known for decades she had cannons. All right, like, come on, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. No, Jamie Lee, man, what a woman. What a woman. She's great.
I love her.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. I'm gonna be real pissed. I'm not actually. I mean, I won't be pissed. I'll be really disappointed because Sean Clark told us he's got a good feeling that Jamie Lee's going to go to age 50. You remember him saying that. He's like, she almost went and COVID happened or whatever to the last one or to a convention before that. She said after the trilogy wrapped up, she wanted to go out on the circuit a little bit. And he's like, I'm pretty sure we're going to be able to get her for 50. If she is there, Christian, I will literally give my left nut to get a picture with Jamie Lee Curtis. Like, I will. Like, I don't care how much it's going to cost. She'll probably be like, what would you say? At least 200? Because Robert's 200. So, like, she'll probably be 200, 250.
And I'll tell you why I would do. I'll tell you why I would pay that for Jamie, because she does St. Jude's Children's Hospital.
Mhm.
She doesn't take
Yep.
the money.
Yep.
She doesn't take a penny. She did a convention in 2013, Horror Hound.
Yep.
And she raised hundreds of thousands for St. Jude's Children's. So God bless
the
her.
coolest part about that, if you guys have the 35th anniversary Blu-ray, it's a great release of the movie, in my opinion, but they have the featurette on there the night she came home, and it's documenting the entire weekend that she was there for Horror Hound. And the coolest part about it was, and Sean told us this, we talked to him about it after the fact, and he was like, what you saw in that documentary was real. Jamie did not stop signing, did not stop taking pictures until everybody got a chance. She stayed hours over both nights. She said, I'm only doing this one time, so I don't give a shit.
She's the real deal. She's the real deal.
Yeah. And you can see so many moments in that documentary too. I know you've probably met people, I have too, whether it's musicians or actors or whatever, that sometimes it's very like formulaic. Yeah, okay, cool. You know, thanks, man. Appreciate it. She was talking to people. She was like, it felt personal. And that matters to me too. Like, if I'm going to meet somebody, I don't want to feel like a burden to you. You know what I mean? Like, so she better be there. She better be at 50, dude. And like,
she did not do the voice in Halloween 3 as the curfew woman. I'm still convinced that was Deborah Hill.
Well, here's the thing. We talked to Sean about it, and Sean said that Jamie said she didn't do it, and we've heard Jamie say she didn't do it. But didn't Jamie also say that she wouldn't remember if she did it anyway? So, like, it's okay. Well, because it does sound like Deborah.
I genuinely think it was
like
Deborah.
Jamie too.
I genuinely think that was Deborah. It's the only thing that why would they? There's zero chance in hell that Jamie would have that is Deborah Hill.
Yeah, it's probably Deborah. Calvonics with $5. Thanks, man. Got a One Wish Willow tatted on me this week. And on my fifth
what's going on up there in Canada?
They
love there. Dude, they are loving that movie in Canada. God bless you, brother.
Yes. Hell yeah.
They are loving that movie. The movie is a hit in Canada.
That's honestly sick, though, dude. Hell yeah.
Brother, the tattoo is fine. Number 5?
Palm Beach.
Brother, take a break.
Palm Beach Pete.
Take a break, brother.
Christian. Palm Beach Pete, which, by the way, look at that profile picture.
Y'all got to stop.
One Wish. No. Do you know who that is?
That's Epstein.
Yeah. One Wish Willow tat across my cheek so I can crack it whenever I want. Hell yeah, dude.
Y'all nasty.
Hell yeah. But no, and honestly, Christian, I would not say this to her if she's at age 50. Like, I won't, even though by then you'll probably be at like 100,000 subs. You know, I'll probably be, who knows where I'll be, but like, you know, but part of me would be like, yo, Jay, whatever your price is, we'll pay it. Come on the podcast, we'll pay it.
I didn't know where you were going at first.
No.
With the price.
Well, I mean, you know, I wouldn't say no, you know, but anyway, yeah. So, which, by the way, I did say this before you got in here, like right at the beginning when I was talking to the chat, but just got to shout out Christian, 50,000 subs. Like, it's pretty cool. So, and everybody in the chat was congratulating you before you got here for crossing 50. And I know you told me, oh, 50 ain't shit. Get the fuck out of here. Look, I get you don't want to give yourself a pat on the back. I understand that. Humility's great. But like, you do need to take 5 seconds to be like 50,000 people willingly choosing to sign up to my channel and watch my stuff. That's pretty cool.
Here's what I will say. I want all of us. I genuinely, this is not a comp, and I'm not saying you saying this, but I'm just saying this out loud for everybody listening that wants to do YouTube, that does YouTube. There is enough to go around. This is not a competition. It's not. Everybody has the opportunity to build and grow, and people watch different channels. Nobody here watches just Nick's channel. Nobody on my channel just watches my channels. I think everybody should put the work in and grow. Nick's doing really good. I'm doing pretty good. I want all my friends, Garrett's doing pretty good. All my friends, Pizzow, Drum Dums, all these people. I want everybody to do good. I really do. I want all of us to succeed so we can be in control of our destinies and do stuff like Halloween 50. And it's not going to break the bank. And it's an earnest way of making a living on the side because we're just putting in work. We're making videos. We're not hawking stuff or shilling stuff. We're creating content and videos that's hopefully entertaining an audience. And it's an earnest way that people can support us by watching our stuff. And if they're entertained by it, that's amazing. I want all of us to genuinely do good things.
Yeah.
I'm serious. I want Nick to do good. I want me to do good. And it's not a contest. It never has been a contest for me. It never will be there's enough to go around. I want us to succeed. I want my friends to succeed because when a rising tide lifts all boats.
Yeah.
So
I've had some people, I've gotten comments recently that, and I get it. They're saying it like, damn, man, like we don't want you to burn yourself out. Like you're really pumping out the content and, like we appreciate it, but like also don't burn yourself out. And I've talked to Christian about this before and just to any of you guys that may not know. So I'll just tell you, I'll just tell you now, for me personally, I do that because I got to a point a month or so ago where I was like, if I want my life to improve in like ways that are tangible to me, I have to work for that. Like that doesn't just happen. So yeah, you might kind of get blown away every now and then to be like, holy shit, like you're really pumping out content. I'm doing it because I want to improve my life in ways, man. Like I do. But at the end of the day, like this is still my hobby. I have a day job. I still enjoy doing this. Somebody it seemed like a snide comment. Maybe it wasn't. I don't know. Last night that was like, it looks like the algorithm is telling you like to make these lists right now. And I was like, yeah, absolutely. It's resonating with the audience, but also I'm expressing myself in a way I hadn't before because go through my channel right now. I never made these kind of lists in all the years I've been on YouTube. I've franchise rankings I've done, but I've never done these. Every other channel has done these. These are the things that you do when you start a channel. I hadn't done these.
And you ain't got to justify that. You're doing what your audience wants you to do.
I know, but
if my audience likes Living Dead content from me and talking about bad movies, Living Dead, guess what? I'm here to please.
Yeah, and that's the biggest thing is that I'm listening to you guys. When I have a video that I'm uploading right now that gets 300, 400, 500, 600 comments, every single one of them, and 99% of them are positive and like, hell yeah, loved this, keep them coming. Who am I to go then look at all of you that have been subscribing and watching this stuff and go, actually, no, we're gonna pump the brakes on that. Yeah. Let's do something different. If it felt like a burden to me and it was something I didn't want to do, I wouldn't do it. But I'm creatively expressing myself in a way I hadn't really before, and it's fun for me. And added bonus, the audience loves it. So like, I don't know, like it's a win-win for me right now. I'm not at all complaining about it. I'm really, really having fun with it. And again, had never done these kind of lists. I'd ranked franchises before, Halloween, Nightmare Friday, like you name it. But I'd never made videos like what are the 10 best jump scares that I've ever seen? What are the 10 best remakes I've ever seen?
I didn't see that one. What was your number one? Was it Exorcist 3?
Exorcist 3 was number 2.
The hell was number 1?
Darth Maul's cousin.
No, wait, I did see that one because I remember the signs. Never mind. Yeah, I did see that one.
Yeah, Insidious, and I said in the video,
Darth Maul's cousin.
I was like 1 and 2 are interchangeable. Like one day it's Exorcist 3, and the next day it's Insidious. Like they flip flop. But that day I was feeling Insidious, and the specific reason was both of them are really effective at being. Both of those jump scares I think are inarguably top 2 because for me they come out of nowhere.
I
Both
was
of
in the
them.
theater for Insidious, man.
Yeah,
I remember saying, "God damn!"
Yeah, I mean, it was because it is a daytime scene where they're just having a conversation.
Yeah. No, it's good. It's good. It's good.
Demon, and I see people in the chat talking about wanting to start their channels and stuff, and like, it is super, super rewarding. Like months like this are really rewarding. Christian's had months like this. Like I've had a couple months. This is my best month by far, but I've had months before where it's like, oh wow, like I'm really getting some exposure here. But there's ebbs and flows too. Like I love when you guys are like, man, you're going to break 25K by, next month. No, I'm not. As much as I'm enjoying the ride I'm on right now, it'll tail off a bit. It always does. The important thing is to not get too high or too low. Like you have to stay grounded.
Stay grounded and keep going.
Yeah. But Robin, $5. Hey, Christian, as someone who is severely struggling, thanks for suggesting the "Hey Stupid" lyrics.
Hang in there, brother.
Listen and Robin, yeah.
Listen to me, dude. Alice saved my life. That's a shoot. I mean that. So that's a great song. That's one of my favorite songs ever written. And God bless you, brother.
And I'll just get real with you and with anybody else. This is what I talk about. Uneeda gets real. I'm sure I've had my bouts with depression in my life. I think a lot of us have. And, I still have good days and bad days. The way that I have always said this to any of my friends that have ever, been struggling and had any thoughts like that is like, at the end of the day, and I know it's not easy to like think of at the time, but it wouldn't solve anything. Like it would just make everybody you care about hurt, the hurt you're feeling, they're all going to feel that, you know what I mean? Like, so nobody wins in that situation. So like, if you guys ever need somebody to talk to, or, you're just in a bad place and you want like a distraction, I know our channels really help people with that. And that honestly is like the coolest thing ever when people say that kind of shit. Cause like, dude, I'm just a dude in my room, like recording videos, but like, I know it matters a lot to some people. So, never be afraid to reach out. Like, I promise you will find people that do not find you as a burden and like actually care and want to be there for y'all. So yeah.
God bless you, brother. Hang in there.
Yeah, for sure, man. Robin, you're so like, dude, you're awesome. You're always in my live chats. You're always super chatting. Like you're always in the comments, man. You're one of the first people always in the comments on my videos, sharing your thoughts. And I really, really appreciate that. And to have that kind of effect on anybody is just really cool. So I hope y'all know, I think I do a pretty good job of this, of like trying to be more personable with my audience a lot of times. And like, sometimes that can open you up for a little more criticism because you kind of bear a little bit too much on the internet. But at the same time, I think for me, it works because like, I'm somebody that does kind of just like wear my heart on my sleeve. I can't really hide it. So, I'd rather connect with y'all on more than a surface level. And I think a lot of us are like that. So I think that's where the best content creators are, Christian, frankly. Like, I'm just gonna be real with you, man. I think the best content creators that see the most consistent growth and really go places are the creators that you get a sense that like they actually give a shit about their audience. Like, it's not just a number to them.
Well, the way I look at it is, if you guys are going to take the time to watch something either of us do, you deserve the real me. You don't deserve the character. You know what I'm saying? Because if I'm going to respect you, the audience, I'm not gonna lie to you. And so I'm not gonna come on here and pretend to be like, "Oh, what's up, guys?" I'm sorry, I just did that. That was not a Cody Dude Loves Movies impression, but you get what I'm saying. And I'm not saying Cody was that way, but my thing is, I'm not gonna do the character thing because, and of course, I'm winning you over, Chris. I like your Sonic profile picture too. I was a Sega kid, but my thing is, I've been around long enough. I've done it all in terms of trying different characters or how do I be? Should I try to be more formal? I don't speak well. I'm Cajun. I have a bad accent. My words come out clunky. I say words wrong all the time. And that's who I am. But, you know, I'd rather be, let me give you an example of something. I won't say what video it was, quite frankly, because I don't really remember that well. But I remember doing a video about a movie that I reviewed like probably sometime pre-COVID that I totally lied because I felt like I needed to say and feel the way other certain content creators were at the time. And I got clowned in the comments for what I thought. And let me tell you guys something. The worst feeling in the world is being clowned when you weren't acting like yourself and you weren't even being honest. That feels a lot worse than getting clowned for your own opinion, because at least you know in your own opinion that was true. So if you get clowned and you lied to yourself, that is, I'm telling you, that feeling, I never want to feel that again. I would rather be clowned for my actual opinion than lie and get clowned. So that's the way I'm going to operate.
Bingo, dude. I've said this so many times on my channel. All of you guys have heard this before. I would rather give you guys my honest opinion about something, even if it's an opinion that maybe a lot of people don't hold and isn't popular, than like pretend. Hold on, work's calling me again.
Guys, I got a video I'm going to do, and it's going to piss people off, but I'm sick and tired of it. I'm doing a video legitimately talking about why Exorcist 3 is the best Exorcist film. I'm so sick and tired of people acting like it's not. It's bullshit. Daily Ghost, thank you. Remember, clowns, only clowns clown others. I blame the vodka. I can't stand when people do characters, which really me when they go on their channel. But well, here's the thing. It's like, and I almost mean that metaphorically, not necessarily like in the literal sense. Like, I like a good character. I love AVG. Excuse me. I love AVGN. You know, that's one of my heroes is James Rolfe. I love certain aspects of like characters, but you know who James is from other videos, and he's real and stuff like that. And it's like I don't like it when you see anybody that talks about movies and things are important to them, but you don't know who they are at all. Like, give me something. How about like before a video starts, you say something. Like I started doing this sometimes in my videos, and I actually think, I don't know if people like it, but I like doing it. Like sometimes before I start a video and I'm doing a review, I'll say, guys, I listened to Blue Oyster Cult for 3 hours today, and I fucking love Fire of Unknown Origin. It's my favorite record of all time. Listen to that shit if you guys haven't. All right, let's talk about fucking Video Dead. You know what I'm saying? And so like I try to do stuff like that that's real, and the audience can say, oh shit, Christian listens to Blue Oyster. Of course I listen to Blue Oyster Cult. I got him tattooed on me. But my thing is, it's like I like having those moments of like realism and me as a person, like giving you nuggets about me. That's what I kind of love. What's my favorite video game of all time? It's a great question. Two video games. Super Mario RPG, Legend of the Seven Stars, Super Nintendo, one of the greatest Mario games ever. And I also love Star Fox 64. And I'm also a huge fan of Castlevania Bloodlines. But I will say this right now, Castlevania Bloodlines is one of the best Castlevania games ever. The soundtrack is phenomenal. You get options with your characters. These levels are playable yet challenging. And yeah, Castlevania Bloodlines is one of the best. Some of you may not know me. I don't know if some of you here know me. First up, check out my channel, Planet CHH. Please give me a sub. But I'll say this. Castlevania Bloodlines is the most underrated Castlevania game of all time. I have a massive retro video game collection that I have in my house in my other room. I used to, by the way, nobody's commented on my Meridian poster. I haven't gotten any love on my Meridian poster. Charlie Band, what's wrong? You guys haven't commented on it at all. What's wrong with Sherilyn Finn? Anyway. But yeah, I love old school games. Anyway, love Super Mario RPG with the extra hit if you hit the button at the right time gimmick. Yes. That's why we watch. You both have opinions, plenty of personal content out there. What we don't want it, speak your truth. God bless you. Blu-ray, what's up? Movie Misfits, what's up, dude? How are you? Bloodlines is infinitely better than the Super Castlevania. Super Castlevania is good. Saturn, it actually is a good game, but Brandon, he's a Nintendo fanboy to a fault. Brandon is a Nintendo fanboy to a fault. What you mean you don't like it? Christian to the chat about the poster. What poster was I talking about, Stefan? Remind me. I like X3, but no way. The first one is better. The world decided a long time ago. The jury still isn't out on this one. The Exorcist wins. I disagree, Michael, and I want you to hear me out. That's fine. I can handle this show. It's all good. I've never even heard of Meridian. Meridian is a Charlie Band film. Excuse me. I'm talking to the chat. Meridian is a great Charlie Band film. It came out in 1994. It was actually supposed to be a big theater movie, but they had done a screening of Shrunken Heads, and Paramount freaked out, and they said, send all this shit straight to VHS. We can't put this out in theaters. But Meridian, this is actually, if you guys can see that, this is actually the wolf monster from Dracula 92. Charlie Band was doing Meridian, which is a horror version of Beauty and the Beast. This is that costume, and what Charlie did is he got Stan Winston to do a 20% tweak on the face. So it's beautiful. Anyway, back to the show.
Yeah, Stefan, right now my raise is YouTube. That's how I'm justifying like how I fucking hate my job. I've talked about this on here many times before. Obviously the dream is to go full time here on YouTube eventually. I'm not there yet. I don't think any of us realistically are comfortably, but
I don't think unless I'm making a shit ton of money, Nick, I can't quit because of this economy. It's just way too scary. Yes. And then you never know what's going to happen with YouTube. I want to be able to pay my bills and go to sleep at night. And I want to be able to get milk and not be like shit.
That's where I'm at right now is my job pays my bills and YouTube is going to be paying for whatever the fuck I want to do with my free time. Like y'all know, I told you I'm getting a fucking pool. It's going right out there. I'll be able to see it from my damn window.
Did you order it or are you gonna like buy it at Walmart or something?
No, I'm ordering it, but I can't order it till I get that YouTube check because it's $1,000 the pool is. But you know, in a couple weeks when we get May's check, I'm ordering it day of and I'm getting myself a new couch. And I even thought about, I was like, I might take like a weekend somewhere and like just go out of town somewhere for a weekend because my ex is going to have my son for 2 straight weeks at the end of June because they're going on a vacation. So I'll have 2 weekends with nothing to do. So I was like, I might just, you know, take that and I don't know, go somewhere and just kind of like decompress.
I want to say this. Somebody in the chat is like, Nick, have you seen Obsession? I'm really, I'm not upset really, but it does genuinely bum me out that you haven't seen Hokum yet because it's still my favorite movie of the year. And it not only made me an Adam Scott fan, but it legitimately made me a fan of Folk Horror. The movie was scary.
Okay.
Anybody in the chat that's seen Hokum will tell you it's that good. It really is that good.
Been an Adam Scott fan since Hellraiser Bloodline. So, but I will say, dude, it's not, you know, it's nothing personal. It's just like,
no, what I'm saying is I want you to see it. Like people are talking about you seeing Backrooms and stuff. Backrooms, I fucking love it. But I'm serious. I really love Hokum. It is scary.
I didn't see Backrooms either, but that was because Thursday when I got off work, I was like, the weather was really nice and there was shit I needed to do around my house. Like Thursday, guys, I trimmed a bunch of bushes. I put a bunch of bricks or actually bricks around my fire pit finally. So now I have my fire pit like enclosed. I burned all the brush. Like I was doing yard work Thursday night. I was like, I could go sit in a movie theater for, you know, be gone for 2.5, 3 hours. Or I could take the time where I don't have my son and the weather's really nice to get some of this yard work done. And that's been my kind of my process over the last week or so, ever since I decided like, yeah, I'm getting a freaking pool. I'm making my backyard look like immaculate. I'm doing everything I can to my yard. Because you know how it is, bro. Once you get a pool, everyone's going to want to come to your house. Oh yeah, dude, let's go to Nick's house.
I ain't let nobody get in my pool. Y'all be peeing in that pool. Y'all nasty.
I already told my son, I was like, you better not pee in it. But my buddies,
piss in it.
My buddies were like, oh yeah, man, like we can like grill out and like, come over, have a bonfire, grill out, go swimming. I'm like, yeah.
Or we could not, man. You can leave me alone.
Yeah.
So like fuck off.
It's one of those things. But I'm actually, this is how I know I'm getting older. Because I'm taking pride in my yard looking good, man.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. Do you stand out there by the window when you're done and you look outside?
Yep. And I'm getting home from work and I'm like pulling onto my cul-de-sac and I'm like seeing my house at the end of the cul-de-sac as I'm pulling up. I'm like, man, bushes look good. The grass looks good. Like, hell yeah, man. That's how you know you're getting older. You take pride in that shit. So, Can I
show the audience something?
Again,
I don't want to flex, but I actually think the audience can like this.
Do it.
So, one of my viewers of my channel, who's actually a legitimate fan, is the WWE referee Charles Robinson, and he actually sent to my PO box an autograph, and it says, "Christian, you are the man. Keep me horrified, Charles Robinson." And he's a huge horror movie fan, legitimate. He's got a massive collection, a horror movie collection. And he found me when I was covering Trick or Treat, the 4K. And he said he watches my stuff every day. And he's fucking awesome. I just want to shout out Charles Robinson. I just think that's so cool.
That is awesome. I had somebody the other day on my worst horror movies list. They commented and they were like, hey, just wanted to let you know I'm really good friends with the guy who was the lead in The Gallows. And
that sucks.
I just wanted to say that, like, they really thought they were making a good movie, and it really bums me out that so many people don't like it and shit. And I was like, oh, sorry, not trying to shit on your friend, but that movie fucking sucks.
Brother, yeah, it's like, garbage. It's garbage.
But that's one thing you like have to. I've actually been thinking about. Like, you
have to be careful.
I gotta be wary about some things I say, because I had the guy. Luckily, the Chatterer from Hellraiser 2022. He saw my review and he was like, "Hey, Chatterer here," and I was like, "That's awesome." But like, you remember Cody Leach? He pissed off some people with the Chucky TV series. So like, yeah.
Well, that's the thing, man. It's like, there was a funny instance. I'll shout out my buddy Jackson. He is a director. He did a movie called Beyond the Gates. And he found he said he was just watching my videos, and I was doing a video talking about horror film, like a list or something. And I brought it up and I said, dude, this movie has the best soundtrack and Barbara is awesome, but the lead actor is terrible. And he actually was like, LOL, I'm the director of that film. Thanks for, I do appreciate you talking about my movie. I had a lot of fun. We actually became good friends. And just today he met Alice Cooper and he was showing me, he got him to sign the Monster Dog Blu-ray. And he said, Alice loved it. So we actually became friends that way. So it all goes back to, I think people appreciate the honesty, and like, they don't like the bullshit. And even if you don't like something, as long as you're not being a dick, and I'm not saying that was Cody's being a dick, but he definitely can. Cody can definitely come up.
This is the fear I have, Christian.
Oh, dude, that shit's on my that shit's on my channel too, dude. That Chucky episode, I condemned him. I said he needs 5 to 10.
Dude, I am worried about Don Mancini specifically, because he would go to social media. He would. And he would get his army in my comments section and on social media talking shit about me. And I'm like, bro, I don't want that. I simply just don't like what you've done with Chucky. It's not that deep. Like, but no, that's what I worry
man.
about.
I'm sure I said that. I was like,
I'm pretty sure you did. But
yeah,
I mean, look, but that's kind of goes back to what we were talking to before I was so rudely interrupted by work, was that, like, that's my thing, is that I personally, like, I'm gonna speak my mind, whether whether I like or don't like something. No one's gonna tell me that I have to like or not like something, and that I'm not allowed to speak on it. And people have asked me to do content before of certain things, and if I haven't seen it, I'll just be dead ass honest with them and be like, I'm not gonna do that, or I can't do that right now because I haven't seen it. So I'm not gonna bullshit you guys. Like, I'm not gonna do content just because, oh, this is popping right now. Trust me. we know many content creators that do that talk about things that is not their wheelhouse because they think it will get them clout. And that shit is fucking nasty, bro. Talk about what you know. Don't pretend. Don't be fucking fake. Authenticity sells on this app.
Well, listen, I'll put it to you like this. The stuff that does the best on my channel is the stuff I'm genuinely the most interested in, because I think that matters to the audience. Like just a few days ago, I was covering the lawsuit stuff with Return of the Living Dead. And again, not flexing. I'm not, but like the cast of Return of the Living Dead were in my comments. Miguel Nunez, Beverly Randolph, Jules Shepard. And they saw it, and that stuff travels because they're like, oh, Christian's dropping what did he just drop? And people were sharing it and sending it to the cast of the film. And it's like the stuff that Nick's doing right now is doing good. It's not topical. It's just lists. I'm not degrading it. I'm just saying it's just lists. But that's what he's enjoying doing, and people are liking it. If they didn't like it, they wouldn't say, hey, Nick, do another one. It's lists, but he's having fun doing them, and people are enjoying it. That's how you grow, is doing the stuff that people enjoy and you enjoy doing. And, so I'm clearing my schedule right now, and I'm saying, okay, I'm going to work on the Night of the Living Dead 2 that just disappeared in 2019 that had the actress from Day of the Dead going to be in it. It just disappeared. They were I'm doing research as we speak. I got my legal pad out. I'm writing notes. I'm taking who's talking about that right now? But I know my audience will, knock on wood, enjoy it.
Yeah, well, you
can't chase trends on YouTube. It doesn't work that way. You have to do what you love, and it grows. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. I was just going to say, last year I did that. I had that phase of where it was like, when I was doing the Halloween stuff, and you reached out to me and you were like, you are
Step on a
squeezing
gas.
every last drop out of that.
And I wasn't hating because I've done it.
No, but that was the thing, is like, that was something topical. Halloween wasn't in the news. There hadn't been a new movie in a couple years, but I was like, I did one video about something Halloween. It's clearly the thing I'm most passionate about. And my audience really liked it. And I was like, bro, I could take this further. Like, I could dive deeper into just like specific aspects of these movies and stuff. And I just started doing that, and it was working for my channel. And then that's
right. It's working. Yeah.
This all started because I came across a really shitty list, and I was like, I need to react to this. This would be fun. And then,
it's funny.
The audience gave me the idea in the comments of that video. They said, well, if you got a problem with this list, what's yours? What would your list be? I got so many comments. I was like, okay, I'll do mine. And it just went from there.
I want you to see this. So I have 3 videos that are unlisted that I filmed months ago, 7 months ago, 9 months ago, and a year ago. I actually have one that I recorded. I don't know if it's going to focus, but 9 months ago, crazy top 21 slasher movie list. And it was from Entertainment Weekly. I filmed it 9 months ago. You see that? You see what's actually...
That's Sarah J.
No, it's not. Fuck off. But my point is, I think I had the same kind of thing you did, where you saw something and it fucking blew your top. And so I remember filming that 9 months ago. It says there, the patrons saw it, and I never posted it. I ought to just post it like tomorrow, just to clear it out. But I filmed that 9 months ago, and I completely forgot about it.
The funniest part about it, dude, you and I have talked about this. It is always the videos you don't expect that fucking explode. Like,
that's true.
That's
why just go for it, man. But here's the thing. I want to say this too. Sometimes I will cover stuff that's topical and new because I'm interested in it. Like when Curry Barker got announced for Texas Chainsaw, I was fucking ready.
Yeah, and guess what? Dude, guess who didn't do a video on that when it was announced? Me. Why? Because I'm authentic. I didn't know who the fuck Curry Barker was.
Yeah.
So I wasn't going to make a video and go, I'm so excited. Who the fuck's Curry Barker?
Fair enough.
Yeah.
And guess what? Dude, I remember when Milk and Cereal dropped, I watched it day one, did a video on it. Nobody gave a fuck. Nobody gave a fuck. No, everybody ignored it.
He's an OG Halloween 3 fan. He's an OG Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 fan. And he's an OG Sarah J fan. And Christian and I talked about this the other day in text. We're not going to take the slander. Is Sarah J in her prime anymore? No. But when she was in her prime, unbeatable.
She got me, dude. In high school, she was a heavy rotation.
Yeah, Sarah J was unbeatable in her prime. So if you're gonna talk shit about Sarah J, you're in the wrong space, buddy. I'm just gonna say it right now. Holy shit, it's been like 2.5 hours, bro. We should probably cut it. But anyway, look, before we go, I do just want to say, one, for a lot of you newer viewers, we've pretty much sat at like 150 all night, which
Awesome.
is crazy.
God bless you guys.
I just want to say, if you are newer to my channel and this was the first time you caught Uneeda, welcome.
Cheers,
welcome to the channel, bro. Yeah, cheers to Sarah J. But
20 years.
like this this is what we do on Uneeda. If you watched a lot of it and you were like, I don't know, man, this isn't really my thing, you guys get into some weird topics, that's fine. You can just watch our pre-recorded content. You don't have to listen to Uneeda. But if you were like, holy shit, these guys are real, and like they're really like, I don't know, they'll talk about anything and everything, then yeah, welcome to Uneeda, man. Like we have fun over here and it's fun. So, but 5 years, man, going strong. As the title says, we're old, but we're not folded. And I'm not gonna let anybody tell me I'm folded. Christian, I mean, do you agree with me with what I said near the beginning? Like, we'll be here in 5 years so long as we're alive.
Yeah, I mean, the reality is the day I stop doing this show or anything YouTube related is when it stops being fun. If I'm not having fun, I'm not doing it. I'll just text Nick the shit I say on here and not record it. But the fact is, it's fun. It gives me a chance to, speak my mind in a different way, because it's different. Like when I'm with Brandon, I look at Brandon in a different way I look at Nick. So like when I talk with Juice Shows with Brandon, it's like it's a different vibe, and it's like it's different people. So it's like that show is different from this show. And when I do my solo streams, it's different from this show. So you get to see different versions of us when we do certain things. So like, I'm sure Nick's a little bit different here with me than when he does a solo show. And so it gives layers to stuff. And I think that's really cool.
This is fucking bullshit, Captain Rhodes.
Fuck off.
I'm not standing for this shit.
Fuck off.
That's blasphemy. I haven't seen you in a while, Captain Rhodes. It's nice to see you. Yeah, I haven't seen you in a while.
Uneeda is different from Pod Goblins. No, nothing to add from that. Just Uneeda is different from Pod Goblins.
Yeah. We have fun. I don't know. A 31-year-old
Baja Blast isn't overrated. Baja Blast is classic. What are you
know what?
about?
I said this the other day, Lane.
That's asinine.
I'm just going to say this because Lane said a 31-year-old kid calling himself old is insulting. Listen, I messaged Christian the other day out of the blue, and I said, dude, you know how crazy it is when people say that, when they're like, bro, why are you guys complaining about your age? Like, you guys are younger, blah, blah, blah. It's like, here's the thing. That's like saying, man, I got shot. It really hurt. And someone goes, yeah, well, I got shot twice. We both got shot, motherfucker. Like, it still sucks. I'm not there yet, but I'm getting there. It still sucks.
I'm gonna turn it around. So if somebody older than me like gives me shit for just bitching, I'm gonna be like, yeah, dude, you really are fucking old shit, dude. You may as well wrap it up. You're on the back nine, brother. I'm gonna turn it right around. If you come at me like that, dude, I'm turning it right around on you. Like, if you come at me, you're like, dude, shut the fuck up. Well, I'm going to say, you know what, dude, you're right. Looking at you, dude, you look like Tales from the Crypt.
Christian, we got a question. we got a question real quick.
Okay.
That you'd be able to answer.
Let's go. What's the question?
It's about a 4K.
Chill out, Saturn video. It's not Baja Blast didn't kill anything.
No.
You better stop. Stop it.
Saturn's being a hater.
He's hating. Yeah, take it easy.
It's not letting.
That's right, Captain Rhodes. That's right.
Oh yeah.
What's the question?
I'm trying. This fucking StreamYard chat is bullshit, dude.
Maybe I can find it.
Should I upgrade my Aero Reanimator chunky box to the Ignite 4K?
Yes. Listen, I know the Ignite stuff is expensive, but I mean this when I say it. That was a restoration of the year. They absolutely did such a good job with the restoration. It was a 10 out of 10, legitimate 10 out of 10. And there are times where I will tell you, just stick with the Blu-ray for certain stuff, like Terror Train. Absolutely stick with the Blu-ray. Don't get the Kino 4K. But Ignite Films, they delivered with that ridiculous price point, but it looks phenomenal. So I expect the best Reanimator film, which is of course Bride of Reanimator, coming out this year, to be just as good. So yes, it is worth it. It is worth it.
There you go. There's your answer. So look, 5 years in the books. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep doing it. So if you guys hated tonight's episode, tough shit.
No, we want them. I won that with that one person that was like, "Hey, y'all are getting." We won them over. I think we won them over.
Yes, but there's a lot of lurkers in here that don't comment. That might have been like, I'm not really jiving with this. Look, whether you did or whether you didn't, just know if you don't like Halloween 5.
Let me tell you guys something. I've been on the internet long enough to where I can't pretend that I live in fantasy land. That doesn't mean I'm going to become fucking MSNBC. But I mean, come on, guys, give me a break. And again, I say the same things on my channel. I wouldn't come on here and dump on Nick's show and just give him a bunch of bullshit. I say the same things. Like, it's true, guys. Like, let me be. Like, give me a break for let me vent for a minute or two. That's all I'm asking.
It's also that people do have to understand, and I know it can be a lot, but they have to understand sometimes we are people. Like,
I live in a real world.
Yeah, we're people, and like, so I know that we're viewed sometimes as content creators like, oh, but I just like when you guys talk about movies I like. Well, but we're also people, and we're going to use this space to be like real people every now and then. It's very few and far between, but it happens. And like, that's, I would much rather the content creators that I pay attention to, that I've stuck with over the years, do the same thing. They're not afraid to get real with their audience every now and then.
And you want to know something? Some of my favorite content creators, I disagree vehemently on certain things they say. But you know what? It's their truth, and they're not lying to me about how they feel. So I appreciate that.
Yeah.
That's the problem with the world today is we dismiss stuff we don't agree with.
And we coddle. We
and
coddle.
And don't get me wrong, there's lines, I think, with stuff you like. If some stuff I can disagree with and say, all right, you're insane. But I'm not talking about stuff in that realm. I'm talking about, elements of film and sometimes like real world stuff. My point is, at the end of the day, if you are a good person and you try to make people around you better, that's the way I believe we're going to be judged when it's all said and done. If you left this place better than when you got here, if you made people around you better, that's the way I'm going to live. That's the way I live,
Appreciate you. Thank you. I had somebody comment something today, Christian. She'd been, I believe it's a she, because I think the name was Natalia, if I'm not mistaken. And she was like, I watch a lot of YouTube channels. I've never subscribed to anybody until today. She's
nice.
Like, I subscribed to you today. And I was like, hell yeah. And then I saw somebody yesterday that was like, been watching your content recently. And finally decided to subscribe today. Like you reeled me in. So I know there's people that are watching our videos. It probably happens to both of us. A lot of content creators, they'll watch your stuff, but they've never subscribed.
They don't subscribe. Yeah.
So if that's the case, hit the subscribe button. Sure, it makes us feel good because it's like, cool, another person wants to watch our stuff, but also helps you get notified when we post content. Because if you like our stuff, sometimes you're not going to get notified because YouTube can really be a fickle bitch. So, but Mark put it best, guys. I think this is the best way to end it. Halloween 5 rules and hashtag Team Sarah J.
Not anymore, brother.
No. Well,
Robin is going to be in one hell of a journey when he goes to Google Sarah J.
Robin, let me tell you, she got like cornrow, like dreads now, and she's not my vibe anymore. But Google like Sarah J from like 2010, 2012, buddy.
Yeah, dude, listen, I said this when you're on the phone. I'm making a video called Exorcist. I'm making a video. It's going to be a noxious title, but I'm serious, dude. Like, I saw something today that just pissed me off. It wasn't like a personal person or anything, though. I am making a video going over why Exorcist 3 is better. And I'm done. I'm finished. And listen, you're gonna, I don't know if you, I don't pretend that like everybody, all my friends like watch my stuff. I don't care about that, but I'm going to tell you right now, I could go through it right now. I could objectively tell you why today Exorcist 3 is a better film. Today.
No, you see, this is where you lose me because you cannot objectively say that. You can't.
You'd be surprised the things I
You're
can do together.
arguing opinion at the end of the day.
You'd be surprised what I'm capable of.
Look, man. I tell you,
We'll have an episode of Uneeda one day where it's like litigation and like it's like court. We present our case and then the chat decides who's right, who wins. The chat's the jury.
You know what? No, because you're just gonna get a bunch of people in. No, man, it's just I can't.
I'm passionate about this. I'm gonna say this too. I'm gonna call out
Allie. Sarah was never. It was never about being hot. She's a butterface, but everything but her face was an 11 out of 10.
Yeah, I'm gonna call out Drum Dums too. He wants to start talking about me on all his streams. I'm gonna start talking about his ass. Talking about now Rob Zombie's Halloween is the worst Halloween film. Fuck off. Worse than Resurrection. Get out of here.
Who said that?
Lee. He said
what?
Rob Zombie Halloween is now the least Halloween out of all of them. He's nuts.
He said it's the least Halloween.
You were on the show with him. You probably blocked it out.
Yeah,
he said Rob Zombie's Halloween is number 13 and then Halloween Resurrection. Fuck off. Nonsense. You're losing me. How dare you disrespect Malcolm McDowell like that? You don't know what you're talking about.
How dare you disrespect William Forsythe like that?
And he's going to talk about me on shows. I'm going to start talking about his ass on shows.
Yeah, you guys heard it. There you go. Baldy, clip that.
He asked for this shit. He's going down.
Clip it, Baldy.
You want to disrespect? You want to be rude to me? You want to disrespect me?
I got work shit bothering me again, so I need to deal with a crisis.
All right, let's go.
We're gonna head out, guys. Almost 3 hours. Holy shit. Thank you all for 5 years. Here's to 5 more. To everybody that chimed in the chat tonight, thank you. To all of the super chats, you guys are the fucking bomb.com. Every single one of you guys that watched, that took the time, we appreciate you. And please make sure to leave a like on this if you haven't already. And Christian, tell them what they can do if they don't like Halloween 5.
They can fuck yourselves.